go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Mental Theater. Happy New Year, happy holidays. How's everyone doing? We got the Avengers in the building and Stadia Pro Gaming, the newest Avenger. How's everybody doing?
Man, doing great. Love that intro.
What's up, bro? I was doing good, man. Everybody's good.
Absolutely. And it was a great show for Big Mike, Little Ant with the Hawkeye review. That was great.
Yeah, thank you for chiming in the comments. Both of you guys, actually. We appreciate it. As always.
By the way, this was the first episode I was able to see live because previously I had never seen the content before. So I couldn't spoil it. So I was always glad to chime in as well. And just wanted to say what up to Miss Sierra Rose, Miss Stadia Pro Gaming in the comments, and Chris as well, the Jedi Master himself. I see you. Absolutely. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about first, because I hadn't had a chance to talk about it really, was No Way Home and Spider-Man, and we do know what these gentlemen have thought about it. So if you guys don't mind, could you guys give a recap about how you guys felt about it overall?
Can we start with Pro since he wasn't on our show?
Okay, absolutely, please, yes, sir.
You know, I should have looked at the detailed notes before the show. There's two Marvel things that I have not seen yet, and No Way Home is one of them, and Eternals is the other. Eternals is coming out on the 12th on Disney Plus. That's when I'm going to watch it. But yeah, so I haven't seen No Way Home yet.
All right, wow. So you might have to
bow out for a bit.
Yeah, I could listen. You could jump off real quick, and I could message you and just jump back in.
Absolutely, guys.
We definitely don't want to spoil it for you at all.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen that one, and I know that movie, along with the Multiverse of Madness that's going to come out, I know it's going to change stuff forever. So I'm going to jump out real quick, boys, and I'll rejoin you here in a few.
I'm going to send you I'm going to just message you in Discord and just say, okay, come back.
Awesome, sounds good.
All right, cool.
And then what we can do is we can go to Eternals right after.
Yeah.
And then okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let me jump in there real quick. I'm not gonna take long. Josh, you didn't watch what I said, right? You don't know what I said on Big Mike Little Ant?
No, I watched all 3 hours and 45 minutes.
So,
he did. He watched the whole thing.
That's right. You wrote, now you can watch it. Josh, I'm gonna say this again for your viewers, mainly people who never heard me say this. It is, oh man, thank you guys. See this, the wife of the year, man. I appreciate it.
Oh wow, what up, Sandy Cheeks?
Brought me hot chocolate earlier, and now she brought me pizza. What a combination. Guys,
I gotta get me one of those.
Yeah, right?
Not hot chocolate.
No. She's a good model. She's a good model. You know, they need her shit in her day and age. Thank you. Got me a napkin just in case. Hold on real quick.
What's good, Chris?
And we're doing good, Miss Sierra Rose. How are you?
Hey Josh, I gotta be like you, man.
Oh, I definitely don't use one of those. Not a
So check it out, Josh, my guy. Bar none, Spider-Man No Way Home is my top comic book movie ever.
Wow.
Now, I always had Endgame at a 9, right? Because you know me, man. I'm a Hulk fan, and they did my boy wrong. But even with them doing Hulk wrong, Endgame sat at a 9. If Endgame had Hulk in it, I know people like he was in it. No, he wasn't in it. But Endgame had Hulk in it, it would have got that crowning achievement, right? But it didn't. But Spider-Man, and I'm not a Spider-Man fan. However, watching different adaptations of Spider-Man throughout the years, and guys, obviously this is spoiler, so listen, you should have left when Pro left. But having them all incorporated in one movie and callbacks to literally every. For me personally, there was nothing left out on all of the different Spider-Man adaptations. The callbacks when each person came in, I'm screaming like, "Oh my God. Dude, this high that I had for this movie, it gave me everything I needed in a comic book movie and then some. And they did it amazingly well. And so for me, biasly though, my bias favorite Marvel or favorite comic book movie is The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. I personally think he was the better Bruce Banner. He had a really good villain. It wasn't silly and super funny. So, because I'm not so big into the comedy, I personally that was spot on, perfect for me. But that's biased, obviously, because that's probably not number one on anybody's list. But that biasly for me, that's also a 10. But other than that, Spider-Man was amazing.
All right. And speaking of him ranking, Josh, I just said in the last show, we're going to rank our MCU films 1 through 27 in a couple weeks. You're invited to that show if you want to come on, and you have time to rank them 1 through 27.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
But we're only going to probably dive deep into our top 10. The other we'll just name like 10 through 27, stuff like that. But
that makes sense.
Yeah. So anyway, for me, Spider-Man No Way Home, which I saw twice in the same weekend, was very enjoyable. I definitely liked it a lot. I was super entertained on a lot of different levels. I'm different. A callback does not make a movie for me, or a callback, or playing on my nostalgia and stuff on that. So it's cool. I like it and stuff like that. However, it doesn't make the greatest movie for me. I gave it a 9 initially. I gave it an 8.5 initially. Second viewing gave it a 9. I think I might stick with my 9 right now. Maybe 8.5. Maybe I might go in between 8.5. But I felt like that. It was good. I love seeing it. The Toby and Andrew gave me even more perspective into those characters. I've actually like Andrew a little bit more as Spider-Man after No Way Home. Some of the things they did, which I do like, is they finally ended it with making Tom actual more comic and cartoon version of Spider-Man, where he's not just baby Iron Man or need the Avengers help all the time and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to the future movies and what they're going to do. I'm never really big on the whole Ned and Ned at all, by the way, and the whole and the MJ thing. I thought they underpowered Doctor Strange a bit, but I do get why they had to do it and stuff. And I do like what they did with the Electro, especially with Jamie. They made him a way better version of himself and gave him more acting, than I like. And I thought Lizard and Sandman were useless, but I always love Alfred Molina, and Willem Dafoe is just wonderful all the time, no matter what. I love Willem Dafoe. So for me, it's solid 8.5. Had action, had some comic pieces, had some heart to it. It was very, very entertaining. Like I said, I did see it twice. Still not my favorite Spider-Man film, let alone my favorite MCU film, let alone my favorite comic book film. So Anthony's jumped out the window with that statement.
But he's not the only one. A lot of people touted this as the best Marvel or MCU film of all time. I was like, guys, really?
Yeah, but he didn't say MCU. He said comic film. Anthony.
That's fair too, which is even higher. That's jumping out the airplane.
Right, it is, right?
Here's the thing. Let's be clear. Like, besides Batman fans, that's delusional. But what comic book movie would be better than a Marvel movie? So what comic book movie is better than a Marvel movie? Like which?
Well, I got Spider-Man 2 above this, which is not an MCU film at all. Or
notice I said Marvel. So
they separate MCU from.
No, I said Marvel.
From
so
Sony,
anyway,
stuff like that.
But yeah, Josh, do you want to say, is there a movie that you think is better than?
Oh, Dark Knight is still better than like 15 Marvel.
No, not that. What I'm saying is, what's your top comic book movie
of all time?
Of all time,
probably The Dark Knight. Still,
for me, it's The Dark Knight.
It's The Dark Knight still. Yeah, 22.
And And thank you, Miguel, because No Way Home is not even better than Infinity War or Endgame. I'm like, come on.
Or Avengers 1. I watched it the other day. Avengers 1 either, actually.
Exactly. So it's not even close. Don't be wrong. It's a solid film. I gave it an 8, and I'll break down why. And I agree with the gentleman on the big mic. The Comic Cinema crew.
Yeah.
I agree with a lot of you guys with E and Dave saying that there were tons, and I mean absolute tons of plot devices.
Tons.
I mean, I think this film probably had the most plot devices of any Marvel film thus far in the MCU. So, and I guess for me, it was cool with the fan service and having essentially our introduction into the multiverse on the big screen, which is cool. And you're adding elements that incorporate real life, which is what Marvel is great at with the MCU, which I appreciate that with Toby and Andrew. And I think I agree with you, Mike. I think Andrew did deserve his trilogy, which seems to be taking place. We'll see. However, I would say the foundation of the plot left a lot to be desired. So first off, in this version of the MCU, Peter Parker's life falls apart from people knowing his identity when his mentor, Iron Man, Tony Stark, everyone knew who he was. All the other Avengers, everyone knew who they were, and it wasn't that big of a deal. So like for me, it's just like really that I get you're in high school, you overreact to things, but that shouldn't have had that big of a deal.
No. People thought he actually killed somebody. That's different. Just saying. People thought he was a murderer. That's different. Just saying.
Okay, that's fair. But again, similar to the conversation y'all just had, I feel like the same way that Yelena from one of the Black Widows, how she thought that Clint killed Natasha, but I'm like, why would Peter save New York and everywhere else in the world and then go on to kill someone like Mysterio? It just doesn't make sense.
No, he was set up. Mysterio made it look like.
No. I get that, but I'm saying like this is actually part of being a superhero. Things like this happen, so you just kind of have to ride it out. You don't go with your tail tucked between your legs and be like, oh, super wizard, can you? They basically made, and I have to agree with you, Big Mike. They downplayed Doctor Strange's powers. They basically made him a genie in the bottle. Oh, please, genie, grant me a wish. Like, come on.
I honestly, I know Anthony now for some years now, actually. So knowing Anthony like I know him, I think that what he got as far as, like he said, like the callbacks and the different things, the fan service, on top of the fights, on top of the ending and stuff like that, I think all the different things that we see doesn't bother him as much as other people, stuff like that.
The stuff you guys have a problem with, I brush under the rug. Like what you said, Josh, what do you word it as? This had the most amount of what?
Plot devices.
Bro, you're mixing 3 Spider-Man movies into one movie, and you pulled it off as good as you did.
Okay. As I said, Josh, on our Boba Fett show, I liken No Way Home to Spider-Man 2 as I do Endgame to Infinity War. Endgame had all the callbacks, it had all the fan service, had all the little things, Howard Stark and all types of stuff in there, people to see, callbacks. But Infinity War is a better movie.
Yes.
It's better written. Had all the fan services?
Endgame? Yes.
Wait, hold on. I recall Infinity War ends, and many people said, bro, you're going to have your big Hulk scene in Endgame. I'm a fan. I didn't get service.
But the fans of Smart Hulk, they got service.
Professor Hulk, they got service.
What did he even do? What did he even do?
He figured out the time travel, you know what I mean? Or he helped figure it out.
And he actually reversed things with the snap too, because he was the only one strong enough to do it. So he had a pivotal role.
Snapped it and stuff like that. Yeah, he had a pivotal role. But Professor Hulk has never been done on screen before. So some people wanted that. So you know what I mean? But obviously you rather had the old Hulk, which is fine. I get it.
Because if you look at the history of Marvel movies, some of the most well-known scenes has been a scene where the Hulk was destroying stuff, right? Like the Hulk Buster fight from Age of Ultron, Loki getting smashed, puny God scene. I mean, we could go on and on of these big scenes. Just look at the scene where Hulk is in the what is that movie actually called? The one with Edward Norton. It's actually called what? Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk, right?
Yeah,
The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Or just Incredible Hulk.
No, you were right. It's
The Incredible Hulk.
Okay,
the
so
Incredible Hulk.
the scene where he's running in the beginning and smashing through, they kind of reduplicated that scene in Avengers. Like, that's iconic. And you give me Infinity Wars and you give me Endgame, and you couldn't do any Hulk scene.
Well, I want to take you on a Hulk rabbit hole, but my point is that my point was just that Infinity War, when I compared it to, it's a better movie. I feel like Endgame gave a lot. Like I got a friend, that's his favorite movie, but he's like, yo, I got everybody together on the battlefield. That's fine. But as far as like the structure and a better movie, I feel like so go back to Spider-Man. I felt like this gave you a lot of callback. I mean, you had stuff like Willem Dafoe repeating lines they said in Spider-Man 1, as far as like I'm a bit of a scientist myself and stuff like that. People like heard that stuff. You had the pointing at each other from the memes and stuff like that. So I get that.
Chris is on to something there.
So yeah, that's true. So I get.
I don't even got time for nonsense.
So I get why people love this. Love the movie, and of course you got Toby and them back, and then you got some of that. But again, Spider-Man 2 is just a better movie to me. So
it's a better piece of art. I agree with Mike. It's a better piece of art, just like the Dark Knight is a better piece of art.
I will agree that Spider-Man 2 streamlined a better movie, I guess. Like, you had less things to be inconsistent because it was just that Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. Again, I love that movie. You had a great superhero everybody loves. You have a really good villain. You had an introduction of a really good villain, his story with his wife. You have a really good fight. It had the building blocks to make a great movie. But for me, what's everything, like, I get it. On your way of thinking is, you know what? Like Josh said, the pretty much inconsistencies or the how did you word it?
Plot
devices. So Spider-Man 3 had way less plot device. It was just a streamlined movie. So that would, when I get on people for the nitpicking, right? That's more like nitpicking for me. Or I get it, right? Plot devices. But I look at the guy who sit down and I leave like, yo.
Right. I get that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said I know you now for years now. So I get why you and other people are like, and even Endgame, same thing, right? They were like, yo, we got, it's the same feeling.
Like your friend saying the battlefield, like, bro, come on. That scene was just everybody on the battlefield and Endgame, like, oh.
Right, absolutely. And to me, that's what made No Way Home cool, was the fact that you had that. That was the first time I feel like this is ever done and the way that it's been done. So for that part, it's cool. But then
I will say this, Josh. I still have to give credit to one movie that kind of sort of did it also.
Okay.
There, I just had the name in my head. X-Men Future, Days of Future Past.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. I guess I meant in the MCU specifically, but you're absolutely right. And
Days of Future Past was cool, but I don't think they was fighting together, was they? Was the old ones and the new ones fighting together? I think they just met up kind of. You know what I'm saying? Or they actually, I don't even think they met up. They just put them in the
same. Even with that, X-Men 2 is a better movie. You know what I mean? When I go back, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like, I get like the whole thing of putting people together and things you always wanted to see on screen, basically what I'm saying. That's always dope. And it's going to leave you like in awe. But when I go to like movie structure, the streamline, the plot, everything, X-Men 2, Better Days of Future Past. Spider-Man 2, No Way Home. Infinity War, Endgame. It's always the actual movie for me. It's going to be better than that.
All right, I don't want to get too much into it, but I would love to break down Endgame versus Infinity War. I have to count.
We could do that. I think Endgame got all the smoke for that. Because Infinity War,
better movie, man, by far.
Nah, that's
not by far, but you might be wowed because they was in Wakanda. That's probably
that's not
new. Like, yo, they was in Wakanda.
The superheroes actually lost. What movie actually did that?
That's the best thing I've ever seen on film, bro. That they actually lost. Like you didn't know how they was gonna come back and win. I thought that, but that's not even it. I think the version of Thanos on Infinity War. Oh my god, that's like the most amazing villain ever. Thanos is Thanos, but Thanos in Infinity War.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I feel like everything you're saying is kind of nothings, right? Like, meaning this. When did somebody ever lose? Okay, what did that do, right? When did they? I feel like when I sit down and watch, I actually get what I'm excited for is actually something I get, a payoff. What you're excited for is the theory of or the it's more of just a philosophical thing. I could write on this paper, dude. The tree when the light came through was amazing, but what did that do? It ain't do nothing, but it was amazing. You didn't see that? I mean, I did.
Okay,
But,
you know how you said you left in awe, like Spider-Man or Endgame, right? In awe.
Right.
I left more in thought with Infinity War, like almost like the end of Inception when the thing was spinning, right?
Yeah.
The spinner spot. Infinity War, it was like, yo, they're all dusted in the movie.
And it's kind of what I said. It's something that was meant a lot, but it really did nothing. The thing was spinning at the end. Well, guess what? We ain't never get another exception. It meant nothing at the end of the day. It was cool because, and I did say this the other day. I said movies that make you think a lot after it's over is really cool. It's really cool. But when you're sitting there, like it's cool. Like me, I was a huge. I don't know if you guys know that I ever said this, but I was a big fan of The Ring. I watched Ringu, the original Japanese horror. I went down the rabbit hole. When the movie ended, I talked about it over and over. I searched theories. I was like, well, where did she come from? They never said. Where did they get Samara? Like, I was so much that I don't like Dead by Daylight, and they released that she's going to be the next character. I'm like, bro, I think I might actually buy it. And people are like, I thought you don't like that game. But they're going to have Samara in it as a bad guy. But long story short, so I get it, but when it all comes down to it, the movie, what I could actually visually see, like the lack thereof Hulk, more bothers me more than
That's your problem, bro, I swear. But listen, I'm gonna say one thing about Infinity War and bring this back to Spider-Man. I don't want to go off topic too much. But Thanos, to me, because he wasn't just some villain out to destroy the world. We all thought that before the movie came out, probably, right? Or some villain out to conquer the world. He actually had a philosophical thought process on why he wanted to snap half the humanity to make humanity keep going. And he was so determined to do this, knowing that his thoughts was right. He was willing to make the sacrifice, even his own daughter, Gamora, to do it. I thought his lines, his speeches, like, it just was so dope to me. And then, like I said, I was in thought when they left, like what's going to actually happen. Going forward, Spider-Man, the villains, right? Like I told you this on our show, and I'll get it to the Josh already show too, but I told you, like, they were guys who came from another place who really needed to go back, but they never want to actually, like, they never had any plans on this place, like destroy this place. He just kind of like keep them here, and then, and save them, quote unquote, like Aunt May said, and then that, of course, caused a little mayhem. But it wasn't like the whole, like the villains. Like I said, Lizard was useless. I don't even know if he wanted to go back or not. He never said anything. Sandman wanted to go back, so he was like, "Yo, just send me back. Why am I even still here?" Something like that. And then the other two, it was Peter trying to be a good Samaritan, so to speak, because Aunt May told him to be. So that kind of bothered me a little bit. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, man. Josh, let me say this. I just thank you for putting this together. Thank you for inviting us. This is an awesome topic of just collaboration of the whole universe that we're big fans of. So I just want to personally thank you for not only putting it together, but inviting us. So just want to say that.
Absolutely. And as I said too, Tony, and the ending is the best thing to me, because I'm gonna love to see now, like I said, he's got no Iron Man, he's got no people making his own suits. He's an adult. I think we'll get some better storytelling now with him like this than we did before.
He's finally out of high school, for crying out loud.
I've been saying that for months, or whatever like that. So yeah. That's it.
And then, and to add on to that, I feel like one of the strengths was also one of the weaknesses as well, because to your point, Miguel, he was essentially the Iron Spider, right, for his entire existence in the MCU. So I was just like, oh, here we go. However, I think Kevin Feige, got to give a shout out to him. He did it perfectly, because Spider-Man specifically with his powers, right, is perfectly suited for the multiverse war or any type of multiverse, because you can actually see his spider senses are enhanced when you get into the different dimensions. Because when Strange did the thing to Peter and knocked him out of his body, Peter could still be like, "Oh, this is cool. I can handle this." So I thought that part was really cool, and I'm looking forward to see how they use that in the future. Yeah. And again, I'm gonna say it again. I had an issue with no TVA representation.
Oh, you did say that, whatsoever.
It's just like, do they have Do the Avengers have a they have like a rubber stamp TVA to get out of a jail? Like, come on.
And my biggest issue, like I said, I mean, not big, there's a few, but the whole, it's like they got Ned in the movie, so now we got to figure out how to use him. So we're not gonna give him a little magic or something like that. Like that, I said that part a little while.
You know what? I can actually see Ned becoming the villain now. Because I'll be honest.
I want to ask Anthony a question though. I know he can hear me. So, like, because this was so big and such a huge spectrum, and which gave you the awe and everything you wanted. If they go back in Spider-Man 4 to it being more grounded, he's by himself, just like him, figuring out alone how to fight a villain, would that disappoint you more? If since this one was so big?
No, not really. Honestly, I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, so I really don't care what Spider-Man's doing. I think they're gonna pick a villain. They're gonna, Spider-Man to me is another day in the life of watching a comic book movie. Okay. I'm not invested in Spider-Man whatsoever. So that's why I gave it so much credit, because I could care less about Spider-Man. And man, they wowed me, man. They wowed me. So if they go to,
that's my point. So since they wowed you so much, if they go backwards, let's say like Homecoming or something like that, in that type of vein, would you be disappointed?
No, not at all. Nope.
Okay, gotcha.
I blame. I'm sure Spider-Man got a good set of powers. I'm sure they're gonna pick a cool villain. And he's gonna do what he do. It's gonna cinematically on the screen. Spider-Man is an amazing character to watch, right?
Yeah. I love Spider-Man always.
Regardless. Now, I'll say this: I know we had our big debate on who was better, but him having the Stark tech was cool. So at least we got to see that in the cinema in the more MCU. We got to see him with the the arms and all that stuff, and I mean, extra stuff with the when the visor come on and he can see all this extra stuff.
The lady talking to him and shit. Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah, that was cool. Listen, I love this. I love when a movie do something, and sometimes you might be like, they should never did that. But you know what? I'm happy they did, because at least we got to see it than never see it. So and they didn't fail at all with having him with the Iron Spider and all that. So look, it was great. But let's get back to our regular.
Right. Yeah. As long as they're going back to the regular, I'm cool with that. Like, not keep him always with that. So I think they knew. One thing about Feige, he does listen. And people have been complaining. I think after 2 full movies of it, okay, where's our Spider-Man? This is not.
I think he heard us.
Yeah, that's true.
He was like, yo, man, they got a good point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think for some reason, whatever, it's cool. But I am dying to see him, a better villain than Mysterio, with doing magic tricks at least, or whatever like that. But something like that would be.
Yeah, I was bad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool as an adult.
Gosh, man, this orange soda, man, they changed Crush. They got a new little logo and everything, man.
Who loves orange soda?
I could have had the grape, Josh. I could have had the grape.
But yeah, I can actually see Ned being the villain here, because I feel like for both Ned and MJ, I feel like the end of No Way Home kind of demonstrated that Peter in their life was actually holding them back, and Peter realized that. So now I feel like Ned's going to go do great things at MIT, and somehow, they have plot devices, the writing can do whatever. Somehow he's probably going to discover how to do that on his own and do everything else.
Does Ned now, after not knowing Peter, does he still have the ring?
No,
not necessarily have the ring, but he has his entire ethos is different. Like, Ned is totally consumed into himself. Like, that's not Ned at all.
You know what I think would be cool? I think this would be cool. Since MJ doesn't remember him now, and she's about to go to MIT or whatever, I think it'd be cool if they introduce this Peter to Gwen Stacy, right? Yeah. And he kind of gets it's played by Chloé Grace Moretz. So I think it'd be perfect going Gwen Stacy, by the way.
True.
And I think that he kind of gets the relationship with the Gwen Stacy, and they have the whole Captain Stacy, right? The whole dad and everything like that. And then somehow MJ starts to remember, and now he's in like this little triangle situation where he like is with Gwen, but MJ was his love. I think somehow that would be pretty dope as well. In my and you can do it now because MJ don't remember him.
Well, I would love to know what they would do to make her start to remember, because I
don't know that part yet. I haven't figured out that part yet, but I feel like that would be, some kind of really dope.
So you want Spider-Man sex in the city?
But that's true to the comics too as well. He had that triangle going on with Gwen and MJ at some point. So I think like this would be cool to have Gwen in the MCU. She hasn't been in it yet, but to have MCU have Derek, but it's perfect time because MJ don't remember him and off somewhere else. So I mean, he gonna be somebody else, like you know what I mean, a young man.
Yeah, and yeah.
Can I ask you one question, Mike?
Yeah.
You like Spider-Man 2 better than Winter Soldier?
Ooh, I've never been asked that
Great
before.
question, Tony.
Because earlier he was like, Spider-Man 2 is better than any movie in there, and it was a Sony movie. Really?
I never said that, but
you that's kind of what you said, but
yeah. Man, that's no, it's not better than Winter Soldier. I gotta give you that.
So I stand corrected what I said, besides Josh and his nonsense with Batman, but all right.
Well, I don't count Spider-Man 2 as an MCU though, you know, but I get you. Winter Soldier is better than Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I definitely say that. Yeah, to me personally, yeah. But Dark Knight,
I gotta watch Winter Soldier again, Josh, because it's so high up, and I still in my memory, like, dude, that movie was flawless. But I'm like, was it really that good?
Yeah, it still stands test of time.
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah.
It's a shame though because that was actually the film that we were gonna watch for movie night.
Wow! Oh, damn, Chloe.
We can still put it on ice. We can still put it on ice.
I'm so mad at Chloe, you ruined everything.
And Chloe says apparently he does become the villain. He gets brainwashed. Okay.
Oh, Ned, I can see that. I mean, I don't know if that character, that guy, Jacob Batalon, the actor, I don't know if I can see him as a villain, but I guess you know.
And what about Flash Thompson? Like, really?
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
That's a little bad. So we'll see where they go with it. You know, like I think Josh was saying it. Sony and Marvel, but you know, they're gonna have I told you, like this Spider-Man, and you asking in the chat, Tony, how's it doing? It's made over $1 billion. It'll never get the Endgame levels because that made 2.7, but it's made over $1 billion already.
Yeah, but Endgame made that much over a very long period of time, and then being re-released. You know.
Well, yeah. Okay. Endgame got to $1 billion in 5 days. Spider-Man got to it in 12 days, right? So Endgame is just like another level. But
hold on, real quick. I thought it wasn't something happened where they wasn't it didn't get to be released in China or something like that. Didn't that hit them hard too?
Who?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. When I was in China, it can't.
So is that? But so to be fair, it was that hurdle in addition to the pandemic. So what would have happened without both?
That's right.
It would have been tough. You know, Endgame made 357 open a weekend. Spider-Man made 250. Another 100 million. I don't know. It could have.
I mean, think about it. Some people ain't not going to the movies, and you take out China. I mean,
it'd have been close, but you never know. But at the same time, a lot of people went back now who has been in the house because of Spider-Man. So it's kind of like that whole I've been stuck forever. This got me out the house as well. So
I'm sure some people still isn't going to the movies though. That would have went to the movies pre-pandemic. But question, why isn't it being played in China? What was the
China hates Disney right now. But that's a whole other story.
All right, I was just curious. I didn't know why.
That's a long story. But either way, my point was that it's doing so well. We're going to see lots of Spider-Man films and projects now because of it. So,
because I would have never thought I would have got another Andrew Garfield movie.
We always needed one, man. Like Andrew got the short-handed stick because
I didn't need one
because of his movies. But Andrew was a great Spider-Man, bro. I'm sorry. Man.
You tall, bro. I always said that, and then to see them on screen, I'm like, damn, he was a lot taller than him.
Bro, you be always talking about you always talking about some physical attribute. I'm talking about Andrew as Andrew.
Saying, bro, if you cast somebody, that's
I'm talking about
who I would have told you. I'd be like, read this script. And they'd be like, yo, the dude that just read the script was good. I'm like, oh, let me see him.
Bro, Wolverine was 5'3" in the comics, but Hugh Jackman's 6'2", and he killed Wolverine.
Hey, listen, if I could notice that Spider-Man's too tall, he was too tall.
You didn't notice Wolverine was too tall? Because everybody else did. He was 5'3" in the comics. And the cartoons.
Didn't notice on screen Wolverine was too tall. But I noticed Andrew Garfield was too tall on screen.
I hear some selective morality here, Miguel.
A little bit.
Listen, you asked me on screen when I watched Wolverine, never did I feel like, yo, he's too tall, right? But when I see Andrew Garfield, I was like, yo, I feel like he's too tall.
Bro,
you know what, Tony? This specifically is for you.
You people are so petty and tiny.
No, that's what
Bro, that's crazy because you played the Marvel vs. Capcom game, watch X-Men cartoon. Wolverine's little as hell. I'm so surprised you didn't notice that.
What I'm saying, let me ask you a question. How tall is Tom Hardy?
Tom
And
Hardy?
he played Bane. And when he played
He's
Bane,
five,
you didn't
5'9".
look at him and was like, man, he looks short. They did it in a
A
way.
lot of people said he
fit.
thought he was too short for Bane, but more people thought Hugh Jackman was way too tall to be Wolverine.
So I never knew how tall he was. He had like one movie ever before he became Wolverine. But when on screen, I never seen him next to another person.
Right.
Like I didn't see him next to Cyclops. It's like, oh, he's taller. Like I didn't see him and felt like he was too tall. But I felt Andrew Garfield for me was too tall when I see him on screen. That's just visually.
I hear you. I think he definitely, like, now I would love to see him move forward. You know,
Give it to me now.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. And Spider-Man 4, man, like the more and more I'm hearing about that, I'm sad we never got that either, man. Like the original Tobey Spider-Man. John Malkovich is the Vulture, was supposed to be in the movie. Even the guy who played J. Jonah Jameson was like, yo, we really would want to do that movie. So I'm like, yo, that's.
So that was one of my questions I had for you gentlemen. So it's interesting that the same J. Jonah Jameson, the same actor, is also in multiple universes. So does that mean he is a what?
A variant? I guess.
What does that mean? They have to address that.
I think they're trying to like ignore
it, especially after No Way Home. They got to say something.
I think they're gonna ignore it because that's Sony. That's the loophole. That Sony versus Disney. They're just gonna be like, listen, man, that's you guys created that whole thing in Loki. We didn't, so just leave us out of it.
Mopey Maguire.
We did, man. We all wanted it, Chris. I would have loved, John Malkovich. I think John Malkovich's Vulture would have been better than Michael Keaton's Vulture. He even looks more like Vulture, John Malkovich. It would have been perfect to me. Actually. So I'm a little upset about that a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah. Absolutely. So the next topic we had, and I just talked to Will, State of Pro Gaming, and he actually got pulled away, so he won't be able to come back. So we're just going to continue as planned. Which next would be what you guys just talked about, thoughts on Hawkeye. And I thought that the MCU theme was present once again. You know, Kate Bishop not having any powers like Hawkeye, and it's interesting because Tony Stark Jr. just doesn't have any time for. Superheroes don't have any superpowers. Yet his favorite superhero besides the Hulk is Iron Man, which I think is interesting.
I never said Iron Man was my favorite superhero. You put that on me.
Nah, he definitely is.
Hey, if he is, he still got better. He got better gadgets than Batman. Right?
I mean, again, Bruce Wayne. Come on.
All right, look, man.
I think you made a great point, Josh, on our show that, starting with Phase, 4 right now recently, I think that the MCU is very much into, well, no, I'm getting to your point, very much into inclusivity, all over the world. We saw, which we'll get to, spoiler alert, but the gay character in the Eternals. Now you got a disabled character in this show. They're giving women more and more first of all, there's more and more women, and they're giving more and more higher level things to do and bigger roles. Exactly. Yeah. So you see that as well. More
ScarJo going to produce a film right after her lawsuit.
Yeah, ScarJo. You got the Asian film with Shang-Chi. Mrs. Marvel is Pakistani. Or American. Then you got America Chavez coming. So there's a lot of inclusivity happening. I only don't want the inclusivity to overtake the art. I mean, like, don't feel like you have to do this, that, and the third. So we're gonna do that for forsaking the art or forsaking how good we want to make the show or the movie or the comics. Hawkeye's my favorite show, of all of them. I said that on our last channel, but I do think that certain things, and not because of Kate Bishop, right, either. by the way, but I like Yelena. I just love Yelena from the Widow movie. I do. But I see your point. Is my point about like them trying to include all these different things right now, I guess.
So, well, when they do something really bad, we'll just point it out.
Yeah, it wasn't bad to me. I think some things don't have to be done, but I'll wait till Eternals to get into that. But I do think that, right now, They haven't done anything bad. We'll see more as we see more stuff in like Wakanda Forever and yada yada yada. This is the third, but Hawkeye, besides the whole Kingsman, which I won't get back into again for the third time, but Hawkeye I thought was good. So
yeah, I gave it a solid 7. I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. This is going to be one of the Marvel shows as you were like, I may watch it, I may not. So I was it exceeded my expectations. I was pleasantly surprised until Miguel said Kingpin, because for me, again, I did watch the Daredevil on Netflix, which I thought was amazing, right? Mm-hmm. But for me, I always viewed Kingpin as being as strong as the Mountain from Game of Thrones, and he didn't seem that strong in the show.
In which show?
In Hawkeye.
Okay, Hawkeye. I mean, honestly, we just went over it, and I was actually watching the scene as we was talking about it. I mean, the dude got hit by a car. They didn't have cars back in the day in Game of Thrones, so I don't know if the Mountain would have got hurt by a car or not. But he got hit by a car, and he got up. I mean, he got shot by the arrow, and he literally it impaled him, and he just broke it off or pulled it off. So I feel like for that short moment in that episode, he did some stuff that made him look really strong. I thought it was cool. I'm glad they added that, because I always look at Kingpin, like you said, like the Mountain, or like he's really strong. I feel like he just wasn't big enough for me. I don't know, from just always remembering Kingpin and Spider-Man cartoons, he's just like a bigger dude. The show itself, I feel like it started off better, and then once episode 3 came, it started to go down a little bit. And then it came up a little bit because the last 2 episodes, a lot of action. But I think at that point, so the beginning, I'm watching it like, okay, this show, I don't really have interest, but it's connected, right? So I'm in it. And okay, now I got to get over the little corny Christmas time, right? And the corny characters, and it got a joke after every sentence. But then I was into it, and I think I was into it up until the 3rd episode, and by the 4th episode, I was like, okay, now it's really showing me what type of comic books I don't like, which is like the non-super people. And at that point, I was just like, okay, this is what I knew it. What this isn't my lane, but now I was feeling it. At first, I was like, okay, you got me with the little jokes, and okay, let's see where this go. But then eventually, it was just too much of, all right, I don't really care that much. So, but it had the great action though. The choreographed action,
the fights,
all the fights was good, man, really good. And I would like to know, are they using some of the same, like, who's ever directing the action and stuff like that? Are they using some of the same people for the shows? Because the shows do a great job with this action.
I'm sure they are, because they all work for Disney, at some point. So I'm sure that job probably goes from show to show, because they do a lot with the music, for Disney, because with the score, the same guy who did the score for Boba Fett and Mandalorian did the score for Black Panther. Like they do a lot of that for us.
Ludwig Sorensen, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So I think that's pretty cool. Josh, we not to take over your show, but we ranked the Disney Plus shows. Can you rank them right now yet? Or
so for me, I would still have Falcon Winter Soldier number 1, Loki number 2.
Loki 2, wow, okay.
I would have What If 3, Hawkeye 4, and WandaVision 5.
Everybody's list is so different.
Yeah, and that's so interesting.
Yeah.
But
you know what, Josh? The guys we was just doing a show with, they had Falcon Winter Soldier last, but you and I had it number 1.
I saw. I was there.
He was. Thank you, Josh, for enjoying it. Yeah, I do think, not to dwell on it, but I do think WandaVision gets a little more credit from me, only because it was the first thing we saw from MCU in like a year and a half. So I think it kind of like maybe made it it was exciting because there was nothing else, around that time for me. So
speaking of excitement, we actually have another Avenger on the way. E-Buddy.
Yo, the whack rap artist. What's up, man?
Oh, shit.
Yo, you better watch it. You about to get a diss track, Ed.
Well, you're right. Don't tell him nothing.
Hey,
Hold on. Chloe got a different order than the rest. All of us too, actually. Look at
let's
this.
see. I know Chloe was big on both.
Loki, Hawkeye, What If, Falcon, Wanda. Okay.
All right.
Look, me and her both put Wanda last. See?
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wanda to me just had more of like it moved had the people talking more, like
Yeah, because it was the only Marvel stuff we got, so that's why it had us talking. It gassed us up, had us talking.
I just said that I think it's timing that I remember those feelings of like, who is who and
who's what?
Yeah. Next. Like, I think that definitely brought it up for me.
So remember with Wanda, they had 9 episodes, and for me, the first 3 episodes was blah because it wasn't, but then it picked up so much, and out of all the shows, the superpower in Wanda was like off the chart.
Yeah, so Agatha too. I forgot about Agatha.
Yeah.
Oh, and her spinoff show. That's right.
Yeah, why does she get a spinoff? Come on.
Yeah,
I like Agatha though. I liked her.
I mean,
I didn't like her like that.
A lot of people did, but if Echo is going to get a show, then Agatha.
I'd rather have Agatha than Echo. I'll tell you that right now.
I agree.
I agree with that.
That's
Echo don't make sense right now.
And you just said it, your girl Monica Rambeau. Like I liked her in there too, man. Wanda.
Ooh, Monica.
She was nice.
Monica was nice.
No, in terms of the acting, like I thought she was solid. Like I think she's gonna have a pivotal play in the universe in the future because of her.
Yeah.
She's gonna be in the Marvel.
She gives me Captain America vibes. Like she gives me leader vibes.
Right.
She gives me leader vibes, man.
And there's the connection with Captain Marvel, like you said, so that's great.
And I like that she's not feeling her right now, so I can't wait to see that talk.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, man, this is crazy. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but I'm a big fan of Captain Marvel. I need more of her, man.
Yeah, I like her.
I didn't even do her right. Her movie was like not great, and I feel like they didn't do her right.
Like you tough.
I like her movie, and I like the character, man. I just love in What If when she fought Thor.
Oh man.
It's going to be interesting to see because apparently her and Wanda are the 2 most powerful people in the Avengers now.
They are, and I mean that makes sense. That's kind of true to form too. I'm not really upset about that a little bit. So what'll be dope though if they do X-Men and have Rogue take her powers like they do in the comics.
Yo, they do that. Woo!
Yeah, I'm hoping they do that. Actually,
they actually might. I feel like they put some Easter eggs in Spider-Man where they can have that crossover with X-Men. So I feel like they might be working on that.
Because that's the one problem with the X-Men movies. We never got like the Rogue from the cartoon. We only got like the Rogue that could take your powers.
Wait. Remember they did it in the. How did they do it? They did it in the movie. Remember she had her hair.
Yeah, she got her white stripe. No,
she had a white stripe. So,
but
her didn't have her
right,
Captain Marvel. She got
I get that, but I'm saying, how did they do? I'm trying to remember. How did she get her hair in the?
Because she sucked the thing from Magneto hair, and she got his hair, stuff like that. But in the cartoon, remember she permanently had Captain Marvel's powers.
Right, she was able to fly and everything. Yeah.
Right. In the movie, they never did that. I want to see that role actually.
Wow. Okay.
So you want to see Captain Marvel go in a coma and come back out binary?
That's fine. Whatever. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't really like Captain Marvel that much. Anyway, I wonder where they have Chloe. I wonder where they have because remember the girl who played who's Cersei was also in the Captain Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
Right. She played Minerva. The girl. I wonder she can be back and playing dual roles in the MCU.
No, they better not. Let that go. Get that to somebody else now.
Okay.
Or just don't bring that character back
at all. Right.
You have to choose which character is more prominent character. So.
Cersei.
Of course, yes, Cersei. Yeah.
Speaking of, the next topic we have is our thoughts on the Eternals. And I'm not gonna lie, after seeing it, Mike, you're right. It was a lot to digest, but I did appreciate it because we needed more representation from deep space and that huge amount of power that the Celestials had. And I feel like that was great as well. And then the existence of Fastos. I hope there's a show on Disney Plus that shows how he gave the Wakandans the power to use vibranium. I hope that's going to be a Disney Plus series.
Yeah.
Well, they got a Wakanda show coming. I think that'll be dope if they do have Fastos in there showing him how he taught him how to use
But
vibranium.
you know what though?
They
Stuff
might
like
use him for Wakanda forever.
That's
So-
true. That's true.
stuff like that is going to go down in history, and they have to do it right. So when we nitpick about certain stuff, the introduction of vibranium being given to Wakanda, bro, you got to do that so right.
This is not food. Move. What are you doing? Sorry.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel
yeah.
like you have to nail it, you know?
Yeah, I think they can. I think they could just. I mean, the meteor hit, right? But of course, it does make sense because the meteor hit. They don't know how to use the stuff, right? But that Fastos would come and say, "Okay, we can turn this into weapons, and it's whatever for you guys." Well, I think that'd be so cool, honestly. So
yeah, that would be dope. I'm not gonna lie, that would be dope. And they hit it at it for a reason. I kind of feel.
Yeah.
Asking was his table vibranium. Like you didn't ask nobody else but Fastos was their table vibranium.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, like yeah. Well, he knows where it's all at or something like that. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So I wonder if he's gonna be the mentor of Zuri now or Shuri.
I don't know. She be acting a little funny, so I don't know if she's gonna.
Letitia, right?
Yeah,
right,
she be acting a little funny, so I don't know if she's gonna want to portray that. I can see her attitude with it too. Like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not Black Panther at all. No,
man.
So they said what you call it might be. What's his name? Winston Duke.
And Baku.
Yup. And Baku might just have that part. He might not be king, but he might.
Wait, she doesn't want to play Black Panther?
No, she wants to play Black Panther. She just doing everything to make herself not want to play it because she's not. She won't get vaccinated. She talks about people shouldn't get vaccinated. A whole bunch of other stuff she does.
Just
she was trying to boycott the movie before the shit started.
Yeah, but you know what though? So the thing is, right? Not to go into that whole thing, but I feel like, if she don't want to get vaccinated, bro, like you can't be mad at her if she don't want to get vaccinated. What type of stuff is that? Because she won't.
Just saying, like,
now the rules are you have to be right if you're gonna be in a Disney movie or something.
No, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, you can't if that's her honest to God behind this, not on script, that she's like, that's not my thing. It's like when people, you look at the Amish people and what their beliefs are. Like, dude, that's
Well, two things I'm gonna say. One, when Black Panther started production, there wasn't the rule, right? You didn't have to be vaccinated. So that's what she's going on. Now you got to be vaccinated for any production, but she didn't have to be. So really, she's winning with that. They're not saying you're right, Anthony. It's your own choice, but she's tweeting about it. Right, and that's what Disney's mad about, saying people shouldn't get vaccinated, and it's wrong. Disney's like, keep your opinions to yourself. Basically.
Right.
However, if they're gonna allow Brie Larson to voice her opinions, why are you not gonna let Letitia write? That's my question.
That's right.
I just feel like as an actor, I think she's doing that to cover herself, right? Because it's kind of like you have to catch the narrative before it happened. So behind scene, you like, they might do something shady to me. Then it's like, you might want to make a statement. So if this whole thing blow up, they can't be like, it's your word again. If they'd be like, we never said that, but she made a public statement. It's already out there. Now people know. They said, hey, originally you didn't have to. Now you have to. And it's like, wait, how you switch up on me? So at least the public is like, oh, okay. And then if they be like, well, no, because let's be honest. Nowadays, everybody try to get their fans to rally behind you and complain so much that the big companies backtrack. That's just the way it is. I see video game companies, we're going to have NFTs. And that's a whole crazy thing happening in video games now. And then the people get mad so much. We decided that it's not fair for our fans if we have NFTs. So now they don't want to have NFTs. So it's like, hey, listen, maybe this might be the difference between her getting fired or not by putting that statement out there.
I agree.
They don't like it. because it's gonna make them look bad.
Like what's her name? The one who plays Cara Dune in Mandalorian, who got fired from Disney.
But
she got back though, right?
She was saying some crazy stuff though, wasn't she?
I don't know. If
Gina, what's her name?
Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't hers like borderline?
Well, I know what
racist?
she said, but my point was that Disney don't play. They're like,
nah, they don't play. But I also noticed one thing though about Feige. Feige protects his actors.
Feige only got so much power though.
He has a lot.
Not like he worked for Disney too.
That man got a lot of power, man.
My point is this: the media, people rally so much to make other things happen in the media. So my point is, by her putting that out there might be the thing to save her, because let's say they fire her, the media, not the media, but the fans and the people being pissed off might be the reason why she get rehired. You know what I mean? If she was to get fired. Now, if you never put a statement out there, they might be like, you know what? Let's just get rid of her. Then she be like,
I don't think she gets fired, but I think she gets written out, honestly.
Oh, maybe.
But, yeah.
I'm just saying, listen, that's probably been her one ticket to try to save. You got to have some type of leverage for yourself, man. You can follow it by the book, but if you don't say nothing, then they could do whatever. But if you try to put your own little spin on it, maybe not, but at least you trying to do something to cover yourself.
Yeah, that is true, because they rolled out different types of contract structures after the pandemic because of streaming and whatnot. However, to Miguel's point, the production was pre-pandemic, so her contract is still intact at the moment, so she shouldn't be obligated to do it at all.
To do anything, right?
I agree. Right. I agree. I think okay, so she don't have to do it now because pre-pandemic and pre-thing. But for let's say Black Panther 3, the rules are in place. So if she don't decide to vaccinate then,
Man, I just don't want them to mess up this movie. Or give us another superhero. Can we get Blue Marvel or something? Give me another black superhero too, then, since we're gonna be messing up Black Panther stuff.
It's gonna be messed up though. I think it'll be messed up. I think it'll be messed up. It should be fine.
Because if they're not gonna go with, we know they're not gonna recast Chadwick Boseman, so they're not gonna go that route with T'Challa. And they should. But they're not going to recast him, so they're not going to go that route. So they're only going to go with the Shuri route, where she's Black Panther, or they need to do Killmonger route, where he's Black Panther, which I would really love.
Thank you.
Well, here's my thing though. I'd rather them not cast him, because if you could just simply, if his character, again, Mike's not gonna like this, but kind of like Captain America, if it's just something you could pass to somebody else, here, take the damn shield. I'm Captain America now. So if I could just be Black Panther, then just give me another Black Panther. Don't recast him, because then I don't want you to recast him and I never could look at the same. Again, my favorite show of all time is Spartacus. Andy passed away. I mean, that's a lot. Well, no, he passed away too, right?
Right.
So they recast him, and I was like, damn, it just ruined it. Just end the show, bro.
How many Batmans we went through? Nobody was bothered.
How many James Bonds?
Anyway.
Thank you. Nobody was bothered.
Hold on, Tony Stark Jr., because at the same time, did they not recast Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle? Come on.
Thank you.
Come on.
Keep it going.
Hold on, stop. Wait. This difference is that's a lesser character. Never even had his own movie. Don't nobody really.
He would have if he would have said Terrence Howard.
Wait. Is there not going to be Armor Wars with him in it?
That's a TV show.
Way down the road, I guess. I don't know.
They'll be disrespecting that Academy Award actor, right?
Josh, they're just showing us. Josh, they're just showing us how people feel about our characters.
Exactly.
I haven't spoken on this yet. My question about my thing is that I feel like you might be setting somebody up for failure. What if this guy goes and does T'Challa and he's not as good as Chadwick?
But right? It depends who. It depends who.
By the
way, did you hear the rumor about John David Washington possibly being?
Yo, I was just about to say that. That is a motherfucker that can do it.
Forget who. My point is, what if whoever does it is not as good?
Right.
There's
He's
no
set
way.
up for failure
There's no
from
way.
the door.
No,
they're gonna be saying, "Yo, they should have left him alone. Yo, he's not as good."
They're only gonna say that if they use a Disney Plus character type of guy. If they're going for big stars, nobody's gonna say that, man.
Bro, Chadwick spent years to even learn how to speak and that dialect for Black Panther. Like, you understand? Like, Chadwick took so much time studying to be Black Panther. You gonna bring some guy in tomorrow?
So there's no other black actor that would do the same. That's what you're telling me.
When the movie comes out in November. That's what I'm saying.
here's what I'm saying, Big E, is at the end of the day, if it's the character origin or the character's ability or power is something that someone else could have, why risk tarnishing what people go crazy for? Wakanda forever. Why risk tarnishing that if you could just write it off that somebody else got the power?
But that's to me, that sounds like it's possibly being ruined.
And Josh, to your point, right? Because since you said it, right? They recast Batman, right? Nobody likes the Michael Keaton. I mean the Val Kilmer Batman, right? Because they recast. They always love Michael Keaton. They said it.
No, it wasn't because they recast him. though. It was because he was Harvey. I'm Batman. Harvey.
Because he wasn't as good as the original. That's my point. I'm making it something like that. Yeah. And then when they recast him finally with Christian Bale, that was a whole new set of side characters. Not like it was the same universe.
And Big Mike, that's completely fair. However, we're saying doing the same process that Kevin Feige and his great tutelage has done before, simply select a new one, because T'Challa, the actual character in the MCU, is very important.
Very important.
That's all we're saying.
The same process as Batman did, though. But however, was George Clooney and was Val Kilmer not great actors at the time? You thought they would have been great Batman, but they weren't. You know why? Because they weren't as good as Michael Keaton.
Well, they made it more cartoony.
Yeah, they come on, holy Batman.
Right.
Any movie you name, I can name a line that was whack as hell from the movies.
I understand that, but I'm saying, forget the movie. They weren't good. We never believed them as Bruce Wayne.
The structure is already in place. Marvel MCU is a machine right now. So you telling me someone with the acting clout or acting chops, as you would say, like John David Washington,
right in. He even went as far to say he'll play Mr. Fantastic. That's how good my man is.
So the structure wasn't in place for Batman, you said?
Well, each time you had different directors.
Different styles, different characters, different bad guys.
A black Mr. Fantastic?
That's what he wants, a black Mr. Fantastic.
I'm just saying, Kang the Conqueror is black right now, so I just don't know how the lineage of Reed Richards is going to change through. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I'm not down for the recast. Winston Duke, I think Tony said it one day. I think he's a little bit too big, M'Baka, to be Black Panther, like size wise.
Now, what's your hesitance with Killmonger reprising his role?
Right, that's cool.
That's my best bet.
That's my first option.
That's my first option.
Yeah, that's my best bet. Yeah, I'm with you, Josh.
Because respectfully, Big Mike, I can't see him that powerful of a character be a Marvel Force Ghost. That makes no sense to me. On the ancestral plane, that's a waste of a character and an action actor. Like you know what I mean? Like,
a good actor.
He's an action star.
That would be the best thing.
The best way they could go.
That's number one. It's so number one. Yeah.
My whole issue with that is
Shuri go hard. Can't beat Namor. Get my man. Simple. It's that simple.
He's already family. He already had the mantle. I mean,
he's already nutty enough to get there. Yeah,
he has the superpowers. He has the orb.
Yes. Here's the thing: it would be the easier thing to sell. It would be It'll be easier than recasting them.
You got two of us right now ready to eat it up. How many other people gonna eat it up? Everybody.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan back. Everybody's gonna eat that up.
Yeah, like
I think you all are forgetting, man. I agree with that, Abe, but I think you all are forgetting how Black Panther ended. He didn't change his thought process. He just died. But like he still wants to go take the stuff from Wakanda,
right? But now that everybody else going on with other kingdoms, shit that they ain't experienced yet. That's gonna change his mind. When you meet Namor, you don't think Namor's gonna change his mind?
Yeah, but why would it not make him want to still go kill everybody in America, all the white people?
Because Namor is a threat. Once Namor on your ass, your kingdom is in trouble.
Okay, after that, though. But after that, he want to go back to kill everybody.
Your mind has already changed. You already had to fight.
What?
You got to fight. You have to fight a person that runs 70% of the world. 70% of the ocean.
But what about he said that he was more on that y'all had all the technology here and y'all didn't help anybody in other countries and stuff like that.
Right, and he's going to see why once Namor step on that path. He's going to see why.
He wanted to take the stuff from over there and he was going to take out all the people in the other countries, especially in America, the white people.
Because he's not thinking about the wrong hands. He's still not thinking yet when his technology gets into the wrong hands. If that shit gets into Namor hands and them Atlanteans have vibranium, it's a wrap. 70% of the world, they don't agree with no surface people.
Listen, man. Killmonger's low-key racist, right? He hates white people. Let's just be clear. Why would he ever change that? This mindset is still going to stay the same.
Here's the thing, Mike.
If he hated white people, he would have killed Claw from the gate.
Listen, that's probably one of the easier things to do is rewrite him changing his mind, bro. You're thinking way.
Yeah, he's thinking.
I was thinking about how the movie ended. He was true to his character.
I know, but you're forgetting how people change their mind in the world generally.
I know racist people in real life who change their mind and no longer
right.
American History X. What happened when he got his butt whipped? So Killmonger died. I'm sure he'll have the esoteric, conundrum in his mind, and he can come to the other side.
Higher learning. Learning.
That's the easiest thing to write.
I think it's not
higher
true to his character.
Higher learning.
Say, all right, now right there. I'm a good guy. What made him good? What's making him be good? That's my whole thing.
Now, Miguel,
they were making him want to protect him, but not be good. That's different.
All right, Mike.
Miguel, I will say. Go ahead.
Real quick, Mike. Let me just name one character. Let me just name it, because I mean, why am I good now? Winter Soldier. I'm just gonna say, the guy who killed how many people, and now he kicking it with Falcon.
He was brainwashed to be bad. He was good from the beginning, though.
But he can still remember.
Bucky was already good.
Who healed the White Wolf?
Bro, again, what did you say? Josh healed. He was brainwashed. He wasn't like bad from the beginning. He was protecting small Captain America. He was his best friend. He was already good.
So if Killmonger has access to all the Wakandan knowledge, he wouldn't be able to have a different perspective. He did go to MIT himself. He was in the CIA. So you tell me,
will talk to all the other future Black Panthers, bro. He's gonna talk to even his dad.
Okay. All right.
All of them is going to talk to him, and then he's going to have to deal with that Namor shit. I'm telling you, Namor is not something.
I agree with the Namor stuff like that. I agree with that, but I like his ending, man. I thought his ending was perfect, and I think it was true to his character. Force Ghost, I mean, whatever, but I do think that
was cool though. Yeah.
And to Chris's point, right? So and to me, Miguel, if you said that. So even in the What If cartoon, right? In the What If,
was bad there too. Again, he showed us colors.
No. But if you would have said that, you would have had a point. You ain't say that.
You didn't say that, right? He didn't use that. He didn't use that. And of course, they're going to keep painting him bad anyway. But I guarantee, hold up. But I guarantee in one of those multiverses, he's running shit and he's good.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying that's how it goes.
I mean, I hear you, man. I just like how, what did he say, Josh or E? I'd rather have death than bondage, and he died. Yeah. That to me was a perfect ending for the character.
Right. That's the perfect ending for the character until they have to deal with somebody like Namor. All that bondage and my people about to go through bondage and jumping on shits now if I let this fool come up here. If I let that fool come up here, my people gonna get
they do it, it would definitely shock the world. I will say that.
And I think it's going to be so much craziness for it too. I'm for it, man. Marvel do the right thing, man.
So here's the cool thing, Mike. People are invested in Michael B. Jordan, bro.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So it ain't gonna go over wrong.
Yeah, you want DC to grab him and make him what's his name? Val-El? No.
Or Calvin Ellis or whatever.
Calvin Ellis.
Yeah.
He wants to be the Black Superman.
You want him to be Val, or you want him to come back to where he need to be?
Again, if they want Black Panther 2 and 3 to be over $1 billion, that's the decision you make.
That's the decision they got to make, man. Right there. That's their money maker. I'm actually shocked they didn't think of this.
Exactly. And y'all need to tell me why I should be interested in Namor. I can't stand Aquaman from DC. Why is Namor cool?
I trust the Feige, but
only reason I say because Namor is not like Aquaman. It's a different heart. It's a different person. It's darker. He's not on no.
Well, hold on. Aquaman movie in DC was pretty dope though.
Yeah.
No. He's just saying the character. Like, why should I care about a character that's like that?
Yeah.
But Namor's not like that. Namor's dark.
Hold on. I'm gonna spin what he's saying. So if you don't care about the character because he didn't specify the movie, but we all could agree, man, Aquaman was pretty basic. But the movie, Marvel has a way of making non-popular characters. They do a great job at. So trust me, they will make Namor cool. I just heard the other day Namor could fly. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, but, Namor could fly. He's a mutant.
So trust me, with his set of powers and stuff.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He gets stronger in the water. When he comes out of water, he weakens, but he's still strong. But he weakens as through the fight. But when somebody knock him in water, it's a wrap.
So he's a mutant.
Yeah, he's a mutant.
So that's
the crazy shit. He's strong enough to run.
He's the original mutant. He's like one of the original, like going back to like
that's another avenue for the X-Men.
It is
right.
It is.
It connects Storm with Black Panther. Like you see now you see.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, like it's not.
Aquaman was laughable. Come on, Chris, you crazy.
Wait, which one? Are we talking about what was it?
Which one?
The one that was dressed like Elton John? Like that one? That one was whack.
Oh, they had another Aquaman?
Yeah, he was dressed like
seahorses who had like to me that Aquaman is laughable and corny, yes. But this one, as Tony said, this one is different. It's a different Aquaman.
Yeah. Jason Momoa is dope as Aquaman. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What other Aquaman was there?
I think Josh talking about. We talking about Josh cartoon or like a comic or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get a picture up.
I know you're talking about Aquaman.
The Aquaman movie with Jason Momoa, Chris, was great. I don't know why you didn't like that movie.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
But I'm telling you, they're gonna make Namor top that. I'm telling you now, man. Niggas ain't gonna talk about Aquaman after Namor.
They're gonna be hard to top because
that's not gonna be.
Hey, listen, E, if they
one thing Marvel will do is they do better than DC, even if DC didn't come out with it beforehand. They do better with DC.
If they gotta do Wakanda and Atlantis in the same movie, that budget's gonna be crazy.
Woo! That budget's gonna be fire. That shit's gonna look great. I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't.
So they're gonna have to get Namor right. Who's playing Namor? Do they have to
they got it yet? Right. They didn't cast it yet, I don't think.
Yeah, they did. The bull,
Spanish dude?
Nate, yeah, he's Spanish, like Mexican-ish kind of, like an Aztec. That's what he kind of looks like. His hair slicked back too. Yeah, they got the right person. He got the attitude, face, and all.
Oh yeah, they're not the Aquaman. That's right.
Come on. So for Chris's comments, it applies to that Aquaman. Like, come on, like nah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Come on, man. Why the fuck he on a white seahorse?
Matter of fact, that's the suit they showed Vinny Chase in Entourage. Like he's like, I don't want to look like Elton John on big screen. I understand, right? I mean, come on, that's not it.
Yeah, he did kind of look like Elton John. He just need them glasses, Josh.
Eesh.
So that piano.
So anyway, Josh, back to Eternals. You rapping about that?
Oh, we went wet. Wow.
Yo, we did it. We did it. My bad.
Yo, we was in the internal dialogue about
that. Okay, just want to give my overview. Eternals was a lot because it was 10 characters. So, like I said before, it's kind of hard to give everybody appropriate time and stuff like that. I thought that the fighting characters, was great. Makari, her speed was ridiculous. That was the best to me speed character on screen we ever seen. How they did her, better than Quicksilver, better than Flash, of course. His lightning shit, whatever the fuck, better than both of those. I didn't like Icarus to there our version of Superman. I didn't like that at all. But I did like Angelina's character, Athena. I thought she was really good as well. And it just was, I don't know. It was like something about, I thought it was better than what it was, Eternals. So it lacked a little bit for me, but it was solid though. That's my.
Now I got the opposite thing, Josh. I liked it a lot. Actually, I liked it more than Shang-Chi. And they came out around the same time, and I was like, man, Shang-Chi was so good. And then I seen the Eternals, like, wow, because they gave me an X-Men vibe. It was
a dark vibe. That's what I
already together. And I felt they did a good enough job to focus on each character, just enough for me to get to know, okay, I get a background of them. Cool, let the movie go on. I take the rest of the whole day. And then I thought they had really cool powers. They were super proud. I was like, man, them as a team, like, look at that. And the actors they got, yeah, man, this movie, for me, I'm so looking forward to them other characters in something else or doing a part 2 or whatever they do with them. So I liked it a lot.
I did like Druig, though. I forgot about him. I liked him, low key. And what's my man, the funny one, the Indian guy? What's his name?
Kango.
Kango was my guy. Yeah.
And let me say this, Josh. You know how I don't like comedy? This movie did comedy well for me. So
better than Guardians?
No, Guardians are too much. Guardians too much. Yeah, Guardians too much. What? This is my type of comedy. It still had action, everything, and it had subtle comedy, and then you had your one main guy, the Indian dudes, I don't know, Butler, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
He was hilarious. He was just like the comic.
He was funny as hell. Yeah.
He was funny as hell. But see, Guardians was starting to taper on silly. I don't know, it was getting a little silly funny. You know what I'm saying? But this for me was my type of comedy. So this movie as a whole I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
Absolutely. I actually appreciated how they incorporated the development of humanity on Earth with their background. I thought that was a great touch in terms of the details. Like even having Icarus actually flying into the sun, the entire thing. So I did appreciate that, and I'm just curious to see where they can go. Now I forget this. What's the smaller one's name again?
Sprite.
Yeah, thank you. So Sprite and her betrayal because she liked Icarus or whatever.
What? That was deep.
And I was just like, damn.
And that was deep.
And then she's like, I'm jealous because I'll never be able to have some woman fun like y'all. I was curious, how come she can't grow? Does anyone know?
Yeah, because they made her like that.
Yeah, he left her. It's what he left her with Ursham, the judge.
But that's weird though, because they machines, and once you make the machine, the machine can't grow.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's right.
The machine is just how it is. But didn't she get turned something different at the end, right?
She's a human.
Yeah,
she
made her human.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that part was interesting. And then the druid with being able to control people's minds and all that. I thought that was a great metaphor for the media.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, they even underpower some of them, as far as like what they are in the comics, stuff like that. But
yeah, they underpower them. Gilgamesh
I don't know if I saw that twice or not. I might have. Like I said,
oh yes, Gilgamesh. So to me, that was one of my favorite characters because the whole epic of Gilgamesh and how that's blended in with Hindu and Indian culture, in addition to Pakistani, Arabic, and Persian. Like the epic of Gilgamesh, like Gilgamesh is a character from the Bible. We just know him as Nimrod, and he was also known as strong, the mighty hunter. It was great.
Yep, mighty. Yeah, mighty.
Yeah, he went down as like everybody's, historical strong man. He could have been Hercules, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And for me, he was like the Hulk type character in that movie. So I was like, wow, they have a Colossus or a Hulk in their ranks.
Yeah. Only thing movie wise, I think we talked about this. I think maybe on our show, I forget. But just the what are they called? The things they were facing.
Deviants.
The Deviants, yeah. The look of the Deviants is just them. I just didn't really.
Yeah, I didn't like the look of them either.
Yeah,
the comic book they look more different.
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't.
I felt like that was like a cheap drone way of making them. Like,
And I get
they all look like this.
And I get they wanted to introduce Dane Whitman, aka Jon Snow, but I'm like he could have been left out the movie to me a little bit. Or
they could have they could have used him for the Multiverse of Madness, I think, more than Eternals.
Yeah,
but Dane did have a thing with Cersei, even in the comics. So
yeah,
I guess
I'm looking forward to see how to see where it goes. Like you guys said, obviously, especially with the way that it ended. I think it's weird. It's kind of like they're too power. Well, I guess I wonder does that rule lift from them where they can interfere.
Well, how powerful are they? Are powerful. They are powerful, and by the only thing I find weird is the name of their planet.
Well,
is this where they're going to say Hercules and all that is from?
No, the planet was never real. It was fake.
Olympus was never real.
Not Olympus. What was it called? Olympia. The one in the movie they said that it was.
Yeah, Olympia.
Yeah, it was fake. It was just something that
he told them they were ship the whole time or whatever.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because Thanos' brother is one. So it's like.
Thanos' brother, he's one of. Yeah.
He had the ball Ajax had because he was one of the ones that could communicate to him.
Yeah, it's different. It was, I thought it would be better than what it was, but I still enjoyed the movie overall. That's the best thing I'll say.
Absolutely. Right. And that post-credit scene with Kit Harington, was that Blade who said that?
That was Blade.
Yeah, that was Blade.
Nice.
I was hyped.
That was Mahershala Ali. Yeah. That was first time we saw her.
What you gonna do with that?
I can't wait to see can't wait to see how they do Blade. Actually, I'm looking forward to that.
Man, he's gonna kill it, man. That man can act. He's gonna.
I love her.
You know what the cool thing is? I think they're gonna try to outdo the old Blade. They're gonna be gunning to make this Blade. Because the cool thing is, when you think of these comic book movies, a lot of people didn't even realize how Blade. Like people were just watching Blade, like, oh, this is a really cool movie with this dude that's like vampire. They didn't realize.
But he set it off. He set it off.
Right.
So
I think they're gonna be like
comic movies.
And then the movie just went downhill. Well, part 3. But I think they're gonna be like, yo, we're gonna reintroduce Blade, and the people who know of him is gonna be like, whoa, because just imagine what they're gonna do with Blade property in there.
Man, listen, right now with the technology we have right now, they better have Blade at his top peak. I'm talking about vanishing like a vampire, like how we was just looking at Morbius doing it.
That I was about to say, like,
pulling out swords and ratchets.
Because I feel like Morbius is gonna bring it as far as that.
Morbius is gonna bring it. So,
and even Dan Whitman, because that Ebony Blade is dope. Like in the comic, that thing can do everything. So,
yeah, that thing can kill anything.
Yeah. So
it can destroy anything.
Yeah, so I want to see how they do that. Like it can cut off one of those.
That's what I think they're going with it. I think they're going with it like he's not as powerful as a Eternal. But just because he's not, the weapon he uses can destroy a Celestial.
Yeah. So we're gonna. That doesn't like affect him though when he got the
blade. Yeah, it makes him darker. It makes him
darker or something like that. Yeah. So that should be pretty cool, man. Marvel, like I'm still sad about Iron Man, Cap, and Widow, but moving forward, they got a lot of things coming.
Yeah, they moving forward. Yeah. I'm good. I'm not sad. I mean, like I'm gonna miss.
You know what?
Most.
Look what you said, Mike. Iron Man, Cap, and Widow. But those are always characters that power levels was like, okay, cool. They're about to bring us some heavy hitters,
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing, as far as power.
But to your point, not as popular, back in the
day.
Correct. Yeah. Like Eternals or these Dane Whitman or.
But again, look how Josh reacted when he brought up Guardians of the Galaxy, because they took Guardians of the Galaxy and made them popular. They're great at making non-popular characters popular.
Yeah, Guardians, you probably didn't even hear about as a kid. I don't remember hearing about Guardians as a kid. And they had been out before that. So I'm like, yeah, that's crazy and whatnot. So yeah, it's cool. X-Men with a group. And X-Men is the one they got. X-Men, though, is their biggest task, I think, because
that's gonna be their hardest.
They're so known.
Yeah,
that you got to do it well.
And everybody love them. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like they're in everybody's heart. So.
And the thing is, when you do that, you got to get the villains right. It's more than just get good heroes and casting. It's the whole thing.
And this is my point. I'm about to say something else. I would love Professor X to be black.
I don't know.
You want everybody black?
No, because listen. They are based off those two characters, Magneto and Professor X. They are based off Malcolm X and Martin Luther.
I did know that.
So, all right, okay. So by knowing that, only reason I would say not to change Magneto is because of the Jewish side of the things. When he went through the Holocaust.
Nah, you can't do that.
You can't change him. But
if you're going to change, you got to change them both, because you can't have it where now Professor X is black and Magneto's not. There's like a white guy versus a black guy.
It's not.
But the way you could break it down, it'd be great. Yo, I'm telling you.
You might be able to do it though.
You could probably do it, because at the end of the day, they're still brothers. The moment you say something about Professor X wrong, Magneto would damn near destroy you. And you know it.
But I don't think they're going to go with the whole Holocaust anymore. I think they're going to move forward to a new story, honestly. Because the Holocaust was now 70 years ago. I don't think they're going to go with that anymore.
But I don't think the world is going to go for them both being black. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I think that, oh my God.
And then who do you guys think the world would go for in terms of casting? Like, who's going to be Wolverine next?
Man. For real, personally, I want Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah, that's Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Scott should do it, man.
I want Clint Eastwood's son, yeah.
It'll make him a big star too if he does.
Yeah,
that.
man. I feel he could pull it off. He already got his dad voice, so he can sound like Clint. That's all he got to do for Wolverine.
And go study with Hugh Jackman a little bit. Hugh Jackman will fill it up a little bit. Like that,
so.
Yeah, because to be fair, when I heard Hugh Jackman, I was like, who? Like what? You know? And
everybody was like that, and he killed it.
Smashed it.
He smashed that shit.
What did they say, Josh? The foresight?
Yeah, right.
He smashed it, man. I mean, even his like muscles. When each movie, he looked like he was getting bigger and bigger. That shit was like, oh.
Yeah, I thought he was juicing for a little bit.
Me too, yeah.
I couldn't even realize he was that old. Like I didn't realize he was at the age to retire.
I mean, he
and
probably
not
was
do Wolverine no more.
Well, Logan's amazing, bro. That's one of the best movies too. Actually, Logan's so good. Yeah, it's up
there.
Man,
Logan.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I could definitely see, because I put the X-Men, the original X-Men, in the same category as the best Spider-Man, of course, because I feel like it set the tone for comic book films in a different way, in this MCU way. So you guys are absolutely right. Whatever they do, they have to do it correct.
Oh my God!
However, I have supreme faith in Kevin Feige.
Me too.
And you know, I do
Feige
too.
We trust. Yeah.
And Feige, I trust. And you know what else I can't wait for him to bring up? Savage Land. That's gonna look incredible. That'll put.
They didn't have that in the
make
movies
Jurassic
either,
Park have trouble. Jurassic Park's gonna have trouble. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They had that Savage Land in there.
Were you guys
conquered everything?
Okay with the casting of the second X-Men
for Magneto and for Magneto and Professor X?
Professor X, yeah, I was good with them too.
Yeah, and Magneto, bro.
That's what I said. I was good. I was good with them too. Yeah.
Hell, I wouldn't mind bringing Fassbender back. I like him so much. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, especially on that plane when Wolverine was like, clean all this shit up. I lost it. I mean, man. Oh my God.
Having Wolverine being both and not recast it was just amazing. And that's why I think Spider-Man was so cool to me, because they pretty much did the same thing, but on another level. That was brilliant of them to say, you know what? We're going to recast everybody, but technically it's in the same universe. So we're just going to, and then bring in Bishop, because obviously you could only do that with Bishop, right? So it was brilliant, man.
And that was your boy Josh Fassbender from what's that gaming movie that you liked?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Oh, you liked Assassin's Creed? I felt they could have went a little more crazier with it. I feel like they'd be too scared. People like these directors be too scared. Don't be scared, man. Go nuts, man. I'm going crazy. Give me one job to direct one movie. I guarantee it's gonna blow them out the water.
But I'm curious to see what they do with the TV show, because apparently it's gonna be a series.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're making it a series.
And they're gonna blow everybody's minds with Assassin's Creed Infinity. So where they're going now is it's gonna be now it's gonna be a live service game. So they're gonna keep bringing the different eras, but it's gonna be like Destiny when they introduce a new planet, and the old one don't leave. So like where you got Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3, and it's always something different. They're gonna keep expanding on it, and then you're gonna have how there's more assassins, so it's gonna be a live service game. So we all gonna be running around assassin. Yo, let's play Assassin's Creed today. We're gonna meet up in the Animus or whatever, and then we're gonna just go. Hey, let's launch a mission and go to this area in time, and let's go here. That's gonna be
the only thing I wanted them to do also in Assassin's Creed is I kind of wanted them to do one future one.
Oh yeah.
Where the technology is crazy and you gotta still do that type of stuff. Like, oh my God.
Well, think about it. They keep getting closer. What? So they had maybe the part. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What's the
closest we got?
Yeah,
I would say the original one with Damon, right?
The original one, yeah. That's the closest.
No, but I mean the time that he went back into was way back there.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So what I'm saying is they did Pirates. Then they did the Spartans, and the most recent one is Valhalla, which is Vikings. So
Stone Age.
Let's
go.
Stone Age. I don't know about that.
Go.
Nah, I don't know. They get nobody's gonna pull off to cut their finger off and have a rock under there. Have a little stick.
And I had a question for you guys. So one of the rumors going around is this actress, being Storm. What do you guys think about Janelle Monae?
Yes.
I don't know.
I like Janelle Monae's actress. She's really, really good.
Yeah, she is. I'm telling you, she can pull it off, man.
She is good. Yeah, she can pull it off. I like Janelle Monae.
She can pull it off, yo.
Yeah.
Even with the mohawk, she could pull that shit off.
I don't want to see the mohawk star. I want to see the.
I don't either, but I'm just saying if they did, I can't. I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, she ugly. Nah.
Yeah, the girl they had in Storm and that Dark Phoenix was trash. I ain't like her at all.
So. I feel like the Mohawk Storm is more vicious, so I kind of like.
Yeah, like meaner.
Yeah.
Black Flag. That's it. The ships.
Yeah. Okay. So Black Flag. Yeah. Well. Yeah. The pirates. Right.
Yeah, that was the pirates.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Mike, real quick. I was going back. I want to go back to this, and I'm done. So you were saying that you gave a lot of credit to Infinity War because it ended in real quick. I was thinking about
that was like an hour ago. But
that was an hour ago, but we're gonna go there real quick. So you give Infinity War credit because the bad guys won, but that was a to be continued movie. The movie pretty much was shot like one whole thing and they cut it in half.
No,
I mean, at the end of the day, you act like the movie ended. I don't know what's gonna happen. What you mean you don't know what's gonna happen? We know Endgame's coming.
Oh no! First of all, it didn't even have a title yet. We had no idea
what you mean. Happen. Oh my God, we already knew it was supposed to be 2 movies.
We knew that, but we didn't know what was going to happen.
So you knew if it was 2 movies, you knew something was coming after that. So you knew the bad guy didn't just win.
He did though, because he won for 5 years.
Thank you. He won. It was
5-year gap. He won. It's over.
You can say he won, but did you believe he won? Because we knew another movie was coming.
Yeah. Once they cut that man's head off, I was like, damn. The beginning of the flick, it's over.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. It's like this.
I destroyed the stone.
Listen, Ant, to me, you're looking at it more like one person got knocked down in the middle of a fight, and then the other person came back and won the fight. I'm looking at it like the fight was over, and then Avengers won the second fight, but he won the first fight.
I used the stones to destroy the stones.
I'm saying at the end of the day,
that Thanos won. You forgot it was 2 different Thanos. It's not like they kept fighting the same person.
No, I hear what you're saying, but the fact that it was a to be continued, I mean, it was like, the movie ain't really over. Like, I mean,
bro. Listen,
there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, he wound up chilling at his farm. He won,
on his
bro.
farm. He hung up his armor, Anthony. Come on.
He hung up his armor.
I'm not saying which Thanos. I'm just saying at the end of the day, the movie wasn't really over. So
he was still eating after 2 snaps.
Bro, you weren't here, but when you left Infinity War, like how like you were shocked, were you not?
Yeah, I was like,
why would you even shocked? You already knew that wasn't the end. You knew going into that movie, this movie isn't the end. I'm
a comic book guy, so of course I know it's never over. It's never over. It's not even over for him, probably. So you still say he ain't win.
But you didn't watch that first movie and think he was going to win. Nobody did that.
Nah,
exactly.
Everybody is used to the simple form. Avengers win at the end.
Yes.
Wait. You didn't know that Thanos wasn't over as a character. So what you thought he was just going to lose, whether he lost or won, he still was coming back in the next movie. The next movie was the end of it.
So to your point, right? I thought that he would lose, right? How most movies go, and then he would come back try to get them the second movie. Yep. So the fact that he won is something that's mind blowing.
Man, I watched people
mind blowing because we knew.
I watched people cry. I watched people cry in the movie theater.
Me too.
Over this bullshit.
Me too.
Right? I was looking at them like, you got to be unbelievable. You got to be crazy as hell. They sit up there crying about Spider-Man dying. Are they coming back?
I saw that too.
Listen.
And by the way, Ant, let's not forget that Black Panther came out months before, and then he got
in that.
Yeah. And people were like, "Yo, T'Challa gone?" Like I'm telling you, that impact. Endgame did not have that type of impact that.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's not my only reason why I like it, bro. I think they got to remember the whole thing.
Right.
That was the first time we saw the Iron Spider suit we're talking about, right? What Tony gave it to him. Them going in space, them fighting on what they call that?
Chris, no, he's not. Right? It's more than one comic, Chris.
Yeah, Ebony Maw's ship. Thor and his whole journey to Native Valir and get his act. But Thor came down in Wakanda. I ain't never seen a scene like that again.
Best comic book scene ever for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
in terms of entrance.
Bring me Thanos.
Oh, entrance. Okay, because I was about to say better than when Iron Man picked up the hammer.
Cap. Yeah, it's better than
Cap. Dude, that was.
Yeah, it was better.
I never.
Yeah, right. It was better.
That was predictable. I didn't,
I remember just like I watched a reaction video of that the other day, and I still was like,
they got a reaction video.
I didn't see it.
They got a reaction video to Thor when he came too. I'm telling you,
it was the same. It was the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
A bunch of people yelling. A bunch of people yelling. It was actually the same.
It wasn't better than Andrew Garfield coming out the alleyway.
Probably not.
Yeah, because Toby ain't get as much noise.
Oh my God! What you If Toby would have came first, I bet you would have got the same reaction.
Oh, no. If Toby would have came first, it would have been bigger.
Yeah, I agree. But
it was Andrew.
But you know what? I think it did it right because Andrew would have been overshadowed.
He would have been.
If Toby came first, they wouldn't even clap when Andrew came first.
You can't. Wait, hold up. You can't overshadow Andrew when he can act. When he can act with his face.
It don't matter.
Yeah. He didn't have to say. That matters.
Oh, no, hear me out.
A lot.
Hear me out. Let's just be clear. That's why I love when we did the little versus thing.
Yeah.
Even in the movie, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man was making fun that his Spider-Man. They was like, dude, you're still good. I'm not like you guys. They was making fun of that his movie.
He was making fun of his villains. He was making fun of his.
And him. They were saying
he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. It was
the
movies.
The movies were bad.
So what I'm saying is his movies never got that good. They just didn't get that good pop. So I think it was fair to allow him to get that pop because you knew the first one they showed was going to get that pop. If he was second, it'd have been like, oh, this dude. Like, so they was really smart to do that because I was like, it was smart.
I don't think they did it like
Anthony
that. I honestly think they thought.
Now I'm thinking about it since you brought it up.
And then Toby.
You got to think too. Endgame was a bunch of replays of scenes we already saw, right? They show Star-Lord dancing again, right? We saw that scene.
No, that shit was funny as hell.
They showed they showed when they got the Tesseract from Loki, like it was a bunch of replays of similar scenes.
No, but they only did that to make it important for the time heist. So that
I know why they did it, but I'm saying because I saw the scene already, it was like I don't know.
You seen the scene for what? 2 seconds? You make it like you dragged out.
I never seen Star-Lord doing all that, like that distance and all that. It was that looked like it was shot a whole different way.
Yeah, Mike on some other stuff, man.
But we saw him dance before. We saw, they showed when they got to New York, right? And they showed Hulk.
Okay, what movie was we just talking about the other day where they reshot the whole scene? It was Spider-Man, right? You said they reshot the whole scene. They got the same doubles to put on the same outfit, right?
Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yeah. Does that make it bad, Mike? Oh, they should have never done that.
No, I think it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's why it's not good as Infinity War. Infinity War was all new stuff, right? 100%.
Get out of here, bro.
It's not as good, bro. You like the time heist more than anything. But
I think that was cool though. Yeah, I do like that.
I know you like that.
And
but
look,
bro,
at least, hey Mike, at least in Endgame, I got to see the Hulk smash some stuff.
You also got a bunch of chicks saying "girl power" and get together for no reason in the movie as we're trying to get through Thanos.
I didn't mind that. I wanted to see anyway all the females together so I can make sure who I saw was correct.
Yeah, I thought that was cool actually.
I thought that was neat.
And even this scene was horribly done because you got a giant Scott right here, but then the same little Scott is in the truck at the same time. In the same scene. What are we doing here?
Hey, hold on. What truck was he at in the scene?
He was in the van, right? If you look at him in the van, you see the giant Scott still at the same time in the same scene. It was horrible editing, by the way. Just let you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but they was dealing with a lot of characters.
No, the worst scene in this was showing the Hulk on the battlefield, but doing nothing. That was the worst.
That's true too. I agree with that as well.
Yeah, that's why I can't get that movie a 10. I can't.
I know because you like the Hulk. Yeah,
right.
And I felt he got cheated too, but I'm pretty sure it's
I said the Infinity War Thanos is I like him better than the Endgame Thanos.
Oh yeah,
of course, of course you would. That Infinity Thanos won. Endgame Thanos ain't know what he was up against. I'm telling you, that Doctor Strange thing I showed you, if y'all really paid attention, Doctor Strange had the rocks in his hand, just like Thanos did in Endgame.
What rock?
When Doctor Strange first met Thanos, he was like, "Oh, you look like a Thanos," and he had these rocks in his hand.
Oh,
He was sitting just like Thanos was when he was waiting for when Iron Man.
One option.
Yeah, the Strange versus Thanos fight. One of the best things I've ever seen on visually, like fights on the Infinity War.
Right,
that was amazing to me. So,
she almost killed his ass.
And then Iron Man, using the full nanotech to try to fight Thanos and losing, man. And then when Thanos said, "I hope they remember you," before you try to kill him. Oh, man.
That was deep.
Right?
If you just made that one complete, I mean, it pretty much was, but one complete movie,
that'd be the best thing ever.
It'd be the best thing ever.
If they did that like they did,
but they wouldn't have been able to.
They did recently,
make that much money.
The Snyder cut.
Snyder cut, like that, one complete movie. Oh,
yeah, but still in all, they still wouldn't have the Hulk in it, so still would have.
Nah, because even if it was one, then you would get over $1 billion. But this time you got two individual $1 billion films.
Right. It's all about the money grab at the end of the day. But and I know, and they cut it what they did for it. It was did it right. Endgame is great. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
First of all,
but we just watched Infinity War on that watch along last year with Josh. I was like, damn, this is such a good movie. Like,
no, listen to what E said though. Say that again, E.
Anybody get beheaded in the beginning of a movie,
bro?
What can you say?
Yeah,
that's an Avenger movie. Somebody got beheaded.
And you know what else, Anthony? Speaking of that, I didn't like Fat Thor. I still don't like, and that's what he got to an Endgame.
I agree.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Using Stormbreaker as a bottle opener? Nah, you can't do that.
Man, that's Thor, man.
The only reason why I started to say this, Josh, the only reason why they got away with that nonsense was because of nonsense they always do in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like, I mean, people go for this all the time in Guardians of the Galaxy. We can pull it off.
Well,
I agree.
You said earlier, Anthony, Guardians 2 got a little more silly, but Guardians 1 I thought was right where it needed to be.
But listen, if you peep game, the reason what's his name? Taika Waititi was even there.
Yeah,
he was there. Yeah, Waititi was there because he was keeping an eye on the way he has Thor. When the Russos do Thor, they do Thor ruthless. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? When the Russos touch Thor ain't a clown.
I feel like Thor is always a clown. What the hell?
Nah. Thor in Infinity War was focused. Thor he was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get this. I'm going after Thanos, yo. He killed my brother. He took away half my what is it? Where he's from? Asgard. I'm going after." And when he got there, he said, "Bring me Thanos."
And went straight to it. There you go. There's no plan. There's no oopsie daisies. That's straight up. I'm coming at you.
I'm always used to him having some comic relief.
Nah, you know what? He was real dark because remember he was talking to Rocket. He was like, "Yo, I lost my mother. I lost my father. I lost my brother. I lost my planet."
On Ragnarok. That's right, because the end of Ragnarok.
Right. So he was kind of like Thor need counseling after that. Like he was like real dark and like, yo, I lost everybody.
Right, he was fat playing video games in Endgame, man.
Right, yeah, but Endgame he was just fat playing.
He still the fight though. Don't take the fighting away from him. He still was Thor.
Oh yeah. I mean, he a god, so he could be I mean,
he was crying and all that stuff.
A fat Thor better than everybody else still. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he still was.
Yo, I gotta shout out Crisco Jones, who has the coolest stuff, profile pic I've ever seen with Thanos.
Yeah,
flossing out like that's lit right there. I like
Crisco,
that.
Yeah. Man, that was great movies, man. But again, man, like I can't wait till we do our list. Y'all gonna be surprised at my list, honestly. Think about all these movies. So it's just a different we definitely gotta get Josh on that show. All 27 movies. Like I'm down with that.
Absolutely. And Tony, I have to ask, did you see the first episode yet of the Book of Boba Fett?
I ain't watching it.
I'm not sure if I want to watch it, but I heard it was only a half an hour, which makes it more interesting. So here's the thing, Josh. I kind of fell out of being a Star Wars fan when Return of the Jedi ended. Once they burned my man in the fire, Darth Vader, I was like, all right, this was great. Then when he tried to come out with the newer ones or the older newer ones, I just wasn't sold. Now I say that and say this. I've seen every one besides Solo. I just didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Okay.
So I watched Boba Fett and I didn't like it until the sixth episode, and then I was into it. Watched the second season, it was cool. I was
you talking about Mandalorian?
Yeah, Mandalorian. Sorry, Mandalorian. But I just don't like Star Wars anymore, and I don't want to. I know they got like 80,000 shows coming out, and I'm a completionist, so I feel like I could watch the next episode of Mandalorian and be like, all right, I'm done. But if I watch this now, I gotta watch them all, and I don't feel like I want to. It's just the lore and everything doesn't do it for me like the Marvel movies do it for me. So I feel like I'm afraid to watch this because then I'm gonna be like, I gotta watch them all, and I'm gonna be watching them like I'm telling you, I was watching the first 6 episodes of Mandalorian. I was like, dude, this is, if they just put a different name on it and it wasn't Star Wars, you'd be like, oh, this is a pretty cool space show. But then it did get better, and especially when Luke was in there, everybody thought it was bad looking or whatever. I was like, oh my God, it's Luke, because that catered to my when I loved Star Wars. But and Boba Fett was always for me a whack character, so I feel like I didn't want to watch him anyway. Like he was like a whack underling, and now he got his own.
You just like powers, bro. You was in the Jedi's and Sith, like
for real. I was like,
yeah. I didn't care about nobody else either. But
for real, I gotta watch
once you see what some of these people could do, you'd be like, oh, all right.
Oh, his blaster and his book bag that could fly is cool, but
see, the Mandalorian made me like Mandalorian.
I agree. That's why I'm giving Boba Fett a chance, and because
too,
of the lore.
Me too.
So
right.
I feel like Mando set us up for Boba Fett.
Mando set us up for Boba. Yeah, so you don't need to see anything else. You don't need. Honestly, you don't need to see anything else.
Chris about to get you. Don't worry. I got him, Chris. He ain't gonna be talking about no more.
Down, man.
I dare you talk to Fett.
No, but hear me out. Anybody who get excited to go see the recent Star Wars movies, you gotta watch this stuff. I went because of my wife's brother. He used to be a big fan, and I used to go with him. They always came out around Christmas, so that was my thing. I would go to the movies with him. My brother's a huge Star Wars fan. He is. I mean, I'm talking about played every game, read the books, watch the Clone Wars cartoons or anime. And I would always listen to him like, oh man, that all sounds cool, but I'm just out of it. So I mean, I'm very well versed in the Star Wars and people who like Star Wars. It just, you know what it is for me? Star Wars is a cool blend of back in the day technology and future. Like I never seen something more. It looked old, but you got lightsabers, right? I just am not into older scenery, like a Western, even though I got a cowboy hat on, but a Western, like the 1942 Pearl Harbor, and Pearl Harbor was an amazing movie. But
wait, so you'll dress like it, but you won't watch it.
At the end of the day, I know marketing, so listen, yeah, man, you had some more futuristic looking. Now I love Star Wars because the creatures and all that. That's where they get me. Star Wars get me with like the creatures and lightsabers but everything look old as hell. You're like, are you out of the future or you're not the future? I don't know if Star Wars is in the past or in the future. What is it?
It's in a galaxy far, far away, Ant. Come on.
All right. So I can take that either way. I don't know.
Different star systems, man.
Yeah. But you know what? I do love, not to get off topic, natural disaster movies. I'm waiting for Moonfall, man.
Yeah.
When does that come, Mike?
I think February it comes out. I think I just looked at the trailer. I watched the trailer yesterday at the movie theater when I was there. It's
yeah. Josh, you gonna watch that?
Absolutely. It actually
February 4th.
Oh, nice. It reminded me of Don't Look Up. I just watched on Netflix.
Yeah, I enjoyed Don't Look Up. Yeah,
that was solid. And I feel like it was accurate too.
Yeah. He's the one that brought it up. Yeah. You know what it was for me, Josh? I love one of my genres, man, is natural disaster movies. I think
2012?
All of them. 2012. The core.
2012 was good.
Yeah, that was good. What about The Rock versus a disaster?
Yeah, The Core is my favorite.
It San Andreas?
San
Andreas, yeah. But I don't want comedy in my natural disaster movie. And Don't Look Up was bothering. It was funny, And I love the like consistency. Like they made the politicians funny, but the regular people wasn't. So it was like, oh, it was kind of a play. But I was just like, dude, if they cut out the comedy, this might have been a pretty cool movie. You know?
Nah, but if you read in between the lines, the comedy was to get you to swallow the dark shit.
Yeah,
he said it. He just said it in a smiling way because he's trying to still get paid and stay afloat.
Oh yeah, I felt everything.
That's what he's trying to tell you.
Like all the events, that's what the government were really doing. I feel
that movie literally told you how to handle being on TV and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but it straight up told you how to handle your shit.
Exactly.
Same thing in 2012, though. Same thing in 2012 they did. That's how the government acted.
And the media.
And don't like to laugh. Let's just be clear. He don't want to laugh at nothing.
I like to laugh when the movie is about laughing. Like when you know it's a comedy, I'm going into it, cool. I don't like when you try to blur it. And, you know, then you have people like, they always fall flat on their jokes, you know? And it's like.
Okay, not much CGI in Boba Fett. Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Especially in the cantina scene. I got you.
I don't mind CGI if you just do it right, you know? I'm not
Thanos CGI boy.
Bro, he looked like he was real the whole time.
You look like you could touch him, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's that Skywalker Ranch tech. Lucasfilm Limited. That's what that is.
Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What they use in video games. How crazy is that?
Speaking of, this movie also had its own video game on next gen. Matrix Resurrections.
Oh, yeah, so I mean it's pretty much a glorified tech demo, but
no, it's a glorified love story.
Yes.
No. I'm talking about the game he's talking about. It's not really like a legit game, not yet anyway. But it's like a tech demo. But it's amazing. I mean, you have to see it. E. It's like they made like
a world.
Yeah, it's it's taking
a game like this.
It's not like really. It's not like a start to finish game that you buy. They made a game. I just call it a tech demo. Like, yes, it's a video game, but it's not like you purchase or anything. It was a free demo of like a tech demo of like how powerful the Unreal Engine could be, how powerful eventually
the Matrix Awakens.
Yeah. It was cool.
And it actually kind of ties into the plot of the story with Thomas Anderson being the game designer, which I thought made a lot of sense. Yeah. So I thought that part was all right.
Did you like the movie, Josh? We didn't hear your thoughts about it.
Oh yeah, I did like it. I gave it an 8, and that's because I can see what they're trying to do with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give him that leeway because the fact that they were able to put them back into the Matrix and then that story and plot behind it, I was okay with that because I was like, how else are you going to do this? Right. So my entire reason for watching the film is to get that answer, and I got that answer. So I was satisfied with that.
That's cool. Where was my boy Lawrence Fishburne, man?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he would have him and Agent Smith would have made it. They probably would have pushed over anybody's like the issues they had. They probably would have been just enough. Yeah, they would have like
to make it. They would have made it work.
Like Chris didn't like it at all. Chris, would you have liked it more if Lawrence Fishburne or Agent Smith was in there?
Yeah, of course.
I said that. Yeah. I agree.
You had Dookie Howser in there. I didn't want to see Dookie Howser, man.
He's always great though. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was all right.
He can act. I didn't say he can act. He can act, but that's Dookie Howser.
He said not Dookie, but Dookie, huh?
Yeah, Dookie. I ain't want to see him.
Oh, Chris said yes, but not much more. Okay.
I thought he did good actually. The Dookie Howser you're talking about.
I did too. Yeah. I don't think the movie was bad. It's just what my issue with it was what I thought I was gonna get, I didn't get. Like,
yeah,
it was. I liked everything about it. I just thought it should have been more like more like.
Because I don't like how the villain just switched.
I feel like the biggest thing was just to get her back. I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't more pressing matters, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you have the architect being his shrink. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that was cool.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure the next one is they're gonna really wow you.
Well, I heard they might not make it after the reception. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah,
I heard that too.
Listen, we heard that for after part 3 also, but guess what? They made another one, like years later. So.
And Chris said, "Look, Matrix 3 ruined the series. That ending sucked, and then this one, I wanted to at least see them try to rectify their mistakes, but this one was shit all over."
Yeah, they couldn't do it. You still something?
Yeah, kind of hard, but
where you going? For what?
So I guess Keanu's going to focus on John Wick, which is a great series, great franchise.
Still got to watch part 4. I mean part 3.
Do I got it or you got it?
Parabellum, yeah. And then apparently Keanu Reeves might be either in the MCU or in the Disney family, because apparently he met with Kevin Feige, which I think is dope. I think he would be a better Jedi, to be honest.
Really?
Keanu was a Jedi? Nah, I'm good off that.
No, I'm good with that too.
Wait, who's a
that's
Jedi?
Predictable because he does all the martial arts and all that. I feel like, you know what I'd like to see though? Somebody said this before, Josh. Imagine if he was Silver Surfer.
No, I think Silver Surfer is already picked.
Yeah.
For Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I think I can see him as Silver Surfer too, actually.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because James Gunn said he casted this dude as it's this new actor that was in what was that movie? Suicide Squad, the newest one.
Yeah.
He was the black dude that was in The Office. That's what what's the guy named John Cena? They were John Cena's character on HBO Max.
So Silver Surfer is going to be black.
I'm assuming they said they gave James Gunn said he gave him the role that everybody else wanted in Hollywood.
So you just assume that meant Silver Surfer?
I would assume. Who else everybody else want to be?
Like, I don't think Silver Surfer is that popular of a character that.
Yeah, he is, bro. Yeah, you can go. Silver Surfer is one of those characters. Remember, he even back in the day he had a cartoon. He had his own cartoon.
He did.
Go
on Disney Plus right now, and you'll see it. It's up there with the Iron Mans and the Fantastic Four.
Nobody watched that. Nobody watched that.
Tell you.
Silver Surfer. I don't remember this cartoon. You know,
I'm about to look right now.
Look it up right now.
If you lying to me, I'm about to write. I'm about to write a diss track tonight. You lying, is going down.
Oh my god!
Definitely lying on that one, bro.
Nah, I'm not lying.
Lying. Yo, why you had to do it?
Not lying.
I'm just saying, like I ain't never seen a Silver Surfer.
I just want my apologies. You know what I mean?
I'm about to tell you right now. Damn, I love how they got all the teasers in here. Disney did an amazing job with letting you find content. They got one section called Spider-Verse, Marvel Legacy movies, Marvel series and specials, and Marvel Legacy animation. All right, this where we want to go.
Yeah, to see about E's made up stuff he's doing.
All right, let's see. I don't see him yet.
Did Josh leave us here?
Hold on. Yeah, it looks like. Oh, hold on. I might not have to make my diss track. Marvel Silver Surfer. Let's see.
Wow.
1, 2. Oh, hold on. Yo, my man had 13 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a one season.
Okay, E. Okay.
Yo, and hold on. I bet you this. You ready, Mike?
Yeah.
I bet you E ain't watched it, yo. He ain't
I watched it. Hold on. Not only did I watch it, it has a lot of characters in there. Even your boy Pip the Troll. Oh, it has a lot of characters in there.
It got it got that big weird looking Thor.
I gotta give E credit. He was right about that one, man.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that off E.
Oh, number 7 called Inversion. It says Surfer must awake Harmony citizens before they are wiped out by Thanos. Damn.
Told you.
Okay.
Oh, it says hold on. Episode 5. Surfer, Pip the Troll, Mentor and Drax search for a library of the Watchers. Oh, they got
it's from the 90s? What is from?
And the last Silver Surfer was Lawrence Fishburne anyway. They used
1998, season 1.
Wow, they had Drax in the 98 freaking
Yo, they've been around forever. Yo, episode 1 says Norrin Rad sacrifices himself to become Galactus' herald, Silver Surfer.
Wow.
Told you.
Damn.
I wasn't trying to tell you everybody.
Episode 4. Surfer is enslaved by the Kree race. Wow. They got the Kree in here too?
Yeah, man. Scrolls.
That's cool. I never watched this trash. But that's what's up, man.
I am impressed though.
I am impressed too.
I don't know that Josh leave us on his show, but
Josh said I'm out.
We got it from here.
Well, yeah, we got it from here. So anyway, now that we're running
we're running Josh channel because it's still live.
Let's do it. Hey, listen, we let's run it. So let's do it. Hey guys, this has now become a Big Mike Little Ant / Comic Cinema Crew episode of Mental Theater. And so first things first, guys, our first course of business. We want to thank Josh for allowing us to do a hostile takeover. And now that he's gone, let's get that out of the way. So, Mike, Infinity War was garbage. Now, Endgame was awesome. I'm just playing.
Infinity War is the best. It's still in my top 5 of Marvel films.
No, but your number 1 is.
Guys, you guys are just proving why Tom is the best Spider-Man.
How did they got to do anything? What are you talking about?
You just named the movies where he went through the most shit.
Because
your Spider-Man never went through that. He never been.
I'm happy he didn't. I didn't want to see my Spider-Man as the Iron Man Jr. I'm happy
he's not Iron Man Jr.
Yes, he is, bro.
Listen, our Spider-Man was so good. Now they made your Spider-Man no longer his own Spider-Man.
Correct.
And like our Spider-Man.
I know.
And because of our Spider-Man, your Spider-Man making money. I told you that. It's because of the
No. Our Spider-Man made money, and everybody wanted to go see it because they saw the villains.
But you gotta look at this. Now they trying to model your Spider-Man after our Spider-Man. I'm just saying. To say it ain't so.
It's not. They actually modeling him off the PS5 Spider-Man. At the end of the movie, he did all the PS5, the PlayStation Spider-Man. He did all the PlayStation moves that I can do on the game. He did every single one at the end of the movie. Those were all PlayStation moves.
Bro,
the twirl, the flip,
I'm talking about now he's going to be like Toby.
Yeah, now he's going to be unstoppable. He ain't have armor then. That suit wasn't armor.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like the Tony stuff. So now
the Iron Spider was armor, bro.
I honestly think if he was smart, whatever I do have of Tony, I would integrate to my suit. Yes, I would.
No.
Yeah, what do you mean, no?
Bro? That's our Spider-Man, bro. Like,
our Spider-Man. I still want my eyes to do the thing, so you can see his emotions. I love that. They can't take that away.
The best thing about, like I said, to me, was that if you talk about the cartoons, right? If you watch those Spider-Man cartoons from like the 90s, that Toby Spider-Man was the same thing. That's why I love it so much. Yes, it was.
He had web shooters. And his eyes.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his personality.
Things,
who he was.
My Spider-Man does.
MJ, all that stuff or whatever.
They just changed it up a bit because it's the real world now. We're doing Spider-Man in the real world in a way. That's what they're doing. They're not this universe is 616 mixed with the Ultimates, basically. Because that Captain America we got is Ultimate Captain America.
Let me ask y'all this. Let's switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Hostile takeover. Josh said he got to restart his PC, and Chloé said she used to watch Silver Surfer. Listen. What's your thoughts on Transformers as a movie, as the movie series and Bumblebee and all that stuff?
Bumblebee was dope.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not feeling them. I'm good until I'll check Beast Wars out, because if they make this look real good with the CGI and they do it right, I'll probably enjoy it. But other than that, I'm not gonna keep going.
I'm gonna skip, but I was never a fan of Beast Wars when I was younger. Like Beast Wars a little bit after like my generation, you know. I was into
I'm just saying it'll look good on film.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we got Jurassic Park, so they could pull off animals. Now, are they going to CGI everything, or are they going to have like real animals, and then when they transform, they CGI it? Because that'd be kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it going to look like a real tiger, and then all of a sudden, I guess they would kind of like pause, I guess, and real quick when it's transforming. So on screen, like the Lion King. Remember Lion King?
I did like Beast Wars, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like as a kid, the cartoon, I thought it was pretty dope.
That's what I'm saying. So hopefully they like really make it like pop. Wow. But if they don't, man.
Especially the chick, the little spider chick on Beast Wars. Remember her?
Yeah.
She was dope.
That's what I'm saying. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I
was
can see that. As far as your question, though, Anthony, I felt like that part one was good. It went downhill from there. You know what I mean?
Tooth, right?
Huh?
They got long in the tooth.
Yeah, even part two was actually still okay. But then after that, I felt like it just kept going downhill. So where we're at now. And then they had the one with Mark Wahlberg. They were trash to me.
Yeah, they just got like, they was just trying to capitalize on the human, like to have a really good human, you know?
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf was on.
Yeah. But then when they finally brought it back to the Bumblebee jump, I thought that was
they did it because they listened to the fans. All the characters actually resembled G1 Transformers and not just whatever it was. Yeah. Let me ask you this: what about the Ninja Turtles? They made their debut.
Come on, I need a darker Ninja Turtles now. All right, we let y'all play with it enough now. You know, the first ones was great. The first two, Secret of the Ooze and the those were great.
I'm talking about the
later
newer
ones.
No,
the newer first one was okay. Then it got bad again.
Yeah, because the new one, first one was like a Saturday morning cartoon. Like it went on forever. I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's try. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Hold on. Well, one more time, Josh, please. One more time.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's try. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna happen. No, Josh, I'm glad I'm able to keep giving you good advice. But I will be able to do it again, Josh. All right?
Bruh, as long as you stretch and warm up before you do it, don't try to do it like you about to go out to the club, you be all right.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Just do had on dress shoes, try to do it.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's try. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. Right? Josh, that was on my birthday, right?
Last year, yeah, this year. So you gonna do it again this year by your birthday? Please say yes, so we can see it again.
No, you know what? So Josh was on point. Josh, remember I said I was gonna do a backflip. Yo, Josh hit me up like 3 months ahead. Yo, you practicing? I was like, nah. Chloé was like, you practice? I was like, nah. I literally just never was practicing. I should have said, you know what? I'm gonna do it and get into it. But I just was like, I guess I wanted to like make it authentic and like, I don't know, do it like 10 days before or something crazy. But yeah, I should have been practicing. But
Chris,
Yo,
that's the greatest thing ever.
You know what's funny, Josh? I never put out my birthday video. So I was gonna put it out by Christmas, but I couldn't. So I still gotta put it together, and I'm gonna have to put that clip in there.
Yeah, you do.
I had to put that clip in there.
And you said you were by yourself, right? When you did that, like it was the camera on there.
Yeah. I had my thing just set up. Yeah, I was doing a birthday stream. Josh was in it. It was cool. And I was like, you know what? Let me let Josh clip this and make fun of me. Josh, what if I was self-conscious, Josh? What if that hurt my feelings and I jumped off something high?
What? Yeah, right.
The first time he played that shit, I was in whole tears laughing at that.
Yo, Josh caught me off guard with that.
Shit.
I was in real tears the first time he played that for me. Like it was out of nowhere. I was dying. I wish Sandy was there, like recording it, because she probably would crack.
I think she was. I think she was in another room.
She didn't say like, "Yo, you good? Are you okay?"
No, just let me lay there.
All right, guys, we're about to go to mental theater news at warp speed. You ready?
All All right, cool.
Buckle up. All right, first, are you guys excited about the House of the Dragon, the new Game of Thrones spinoff show?
Yep, they had me sold when I saw the black guy with the white dreads.
Oh yeah, on the beach. Yep.
I was sold. Yep, I was sold.
You already know my answer, bro.
I didn't see the trailer, so I'm not sold because I waited 6 years. No, not 6. I don't know however long it took me to get into Game of Thrones. Oh, I guess 6 years. I watched it when it was after year 6. So I guess 7 years it was out, and me and my wife, we watched 6 seasons in 4 weeks. And in 4 weeks, we watched 6 seasons, and right in time for season 7, right? And we was into it. And the last episode was like, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was terrible. So and now I don't know, like now we going back before all of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But I gotta see the trailer. I mean, I guess I don't know. I gotta see the trailer.
I mean, I feel like you'll have a lot more dragons because this takes place right before or leads up to the Doom of Valyria, which has a lot of promise. There's going to be a lot of explosions, a lot of fire. I think everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised.
Tell me more. Tell me
Is
more.
It a bigger budget? Is it a bigger budget?
Yeah, I feel like it has to be, right?
It has to be.
I mean, the budget for the last one was ridiculous. So
what, 10 million per episode?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, but
that was mostly paying for the actors. Thank you, Tony.
Correct.
So all that money could actually go to the CGI, which would be
right.
You saw dragons like 3 times.
I mean, you had to dance with dragons.
You only had 3 left, right? They all got dragons in this one. This was I think it's like it's like 18 dragons alive during that time period.
When does this start?
I think April or May it starts.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
Is there a legit trailer or just like?
It's like a teaser. It's not a whole trailer.
Teaser, yeah.
I've been seeing teasers now. They'd be like a teaser. It'd be like 3 minutes. Like that's not a trailer.
Right.
Like what? It's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Obviously, you know me. I know the whole history. I done read all about Game of Thrones all the way up through. I'm Game of Thrones sold no matter what. So that's I didn't watch it either again. I watched that in season 4, and I was hooked after that. So.
Let me say this. Well, I know it's 2 different things, but Mike, you gotta watch Lords of the Rings.
I know.
Thank you.
In all its glory, it ain't no Lord of the Rings. Nah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I hear you.
This for
he's right because of the final battle.
I mean, a bunch of battles. You could go to part 2.
Yeah, I'm just saying we can see the battles though. We saw the battles.
Yeah. Oh, you can see. Yo, he's dirty.
The Night King battle was the worst thing, but the battle of the bastards on episode 5, season 5 on Game of Thrones was ridiculous.
That was cool, but it wasn't no game.
You didn't even see no 2 towers, Mike. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I didn't see Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
You thought that was a good battle?
2 towers, damn! I forgot.
Hey, Mike, just remember.
It's all about, for me, it's about character development too.
Hey, guess what, Miguel? The author Tolkien is the one who inspired George R.R. Martin to write.
I know.
So,
I know. Yeah.
And he also inspired George Lucas to do Star Wars.
Yeah.
He inspired a lot of authors and a lot of creators in fantasy.
You know what I want to ask Anthony? Actually, not to go off topic. Have you watched your show? Cobra Kai season 4 came back.
I'm gonna let it so last season, okay, I said I gotta like little by little. I don't want to watch it all and it be done, and I got so long to wait. Man, we pressed play on 1 episode and watched every episode in 1 day. And I was like, damn, it's over. I got a whole year.
You're gonna do the same again.
I'm afraid to watch it.
You watching already?
Yep.
Damn, yo, let me say something about E. E watch everything, yo. E do not play. Yo. I don't know. No wonder TJ be so mad because you be watching everything.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Maybe we might watch 1 or 2 or 3 episodes tonight. I'm not sure.
Nah,
I went through. It's one of your topics too, Josh. Yeah, I went through Witcher season 2 pretty fast, like a weekend.
Oh yeah, it took a week for us.
Yeah.
I still didn't start that.
You got to watch it. You already watched season 1. You got to keep going.
I definitely will, and I got a feeling it's definitely going to be better for me because it won't have the whole
Time jumping. No, it's straight through.
Straight Pulp Fiction. But yeah, we got to get to it. We just got to pull the trigger.
Josh, what'd you think of it? Which season?
I gave it a solid 8 because it reminded me the entire season was the aftermath of the first season, which is cool because to me it actually set up season 3 even more. Yeah. And it actually gives a lot of credence to your theory, Miguel, that Netflix only has 3 or 4 seasons per show. So I easily see this show being 3 seasons and make it like a trilogy of a series, that type of thing.
Well, it's not a theory, it's true. And now I realize why it makes sense, for Netflix, because their whole thing is getting new subscribers. So if you're already subscribed and watching my show every season, I'm not making new money off of you. You know what I mean? So it's like I need things to drive subscriptions, which is always new content. So I feel like they only do 3 to 4 seasons per show, except for maybe Orange is the New Black, which they gave 7 seasons for some reason. But other stuff, I feel like I understand why. So yeah. Plus, you also know your boy Henry Cavill. I don't think he's going to commit for 5 or 6 seasons. Or anything.
Exactly. I mean, he wants to be James Bond, so I understand.
Yeah. So
he does.
Yeah.
I mean, for British actors, that's like being Batman. So I understand.
Okay.
Somebody got to be the new James Bond. So
who you got?
I wanted Idris, but
right.
He's too old now, bro.
He already. Wait, you heard his freestyle where he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
you know what's crazy?
That's what I'm saying. I wanted that. That's why I just left it alone.
Right. I'll take Daniel Kaluuya if I want to go a black British guy. Right now, he's a good age for it.
One thing because of you, man, I did a lot of things because of you, but because of you, we created Toss a Coin to My Stripper. I gotta start playing that because it came out now, man.
Bro, he's back too, singing. Your boy to teaser too, yeah. Not that song. He got a new song. You'll see.
Okay.
When you watch it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought about. I was like, pass a coin to you.
I did too. When I heard him in the season 2, I thought about Anthony.
You talking? My wife and I, we made a song. Toss a coin to your stripper, man. You know,
they made a song.
And they were singing and
everything. Josh inspired. So we was making a joke, and Josh was like, "Yo, that got to be a meme." And I was like, "All right." So we made a little meme, and then Josh was like, "Man, y'all gotta do it. Y'all gotta go further with that." So I was like, "So this guy always giving me stuff to do." So I was like, "All right, let's make one. Let's make it." So we made a song out of it. So we recorded like mad takes, and we made a little song.
What's it on? Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Josh, if you want, I could put it in the chat. I mean,
put it in the chat so I can play it on here.
All right, cool. Let me go to your email.
Yeah, Anthony's whole life is on YouTube. Trust me.
It really is. Like all jokes aside. All right, let me do this real quick. You don't gotta let me in, but this is the best way I could do it. No, why am I doing it like that? All right, hold on. All right, so let me just drop this in the chat so I can still do it with my phone. Bam, there you go.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Then I just leave.
Oh, wow. You guys actually got the warning that it might be inappropriate for younger users.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Your song is vulgar.
It is, though.
And now your mama knows.
Toss a coin to your stripper, oh boobies, oh plenty, oh boobies, oh plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your stripper, oh boobies, oh plenty. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And now your mama knows.
And now your mama knows.
Listen, that was inspired by Josh. Josh pushed me to do that, you know. So
all right.
Yeah, it's much less nudity in this season. I'll say that too. Actually, it is though.
It's true.
It's barely any in this season, to be honest with you.
Okay. But you learn a lot about the world and the lore, which is cool too. And I'm curious to see, because I know Ant, you played the game. I'm curious to see your thoughts. Now that Ciri, you already know this, that Ciri's gonna go with Geralt and gonna do what they do. I'm curious to see what you think because you like the game.
Right. Cool. I mean, maybe I'll talk Sandy into watching. She wasn't the biggest fan, but I mean, we watched the whole thing. So
I almost bailed, and then Josh told me to stay because I was done with the whole back and forth. Right? Josh was like, "Give it time."
They just didn't do it right. Like, I don't mind that. Like, Pulp Fiction was amazing for doing that. They just didn't do it right.
I loved it, but
did you?
Just, you know, that part was terrible, but
okay.
As far as the everything else, I like.
I love me some Yennefer though. Yeah, I love me some.
Yennefer. You like Yenny from the block? I got you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, not gonna lie. But listen, damn, I want to spoil it. I'm just say this. I want to spoil it. Josh, the black chick in this season, she steps her game up.
Frangilla, absolutely.
Frangilla, yeah. That's all I'm saying. Little stuff.
And I was like, you could do that. Why you didn't do that before?
Right.
It reminded me of where Shuri saw Wanda in the battle for Wakanda. She's like, "What are you doing up there? You should have been down here. Where you been at?"
Yeah, that was.
I like the representation too. Like letting the black chick have that much power. I was pretty psyched about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what I just watched? Old. Anybody ever seen that?
Yo, I like that a lot.
Yeah, Old was good.
Big fan of that movie. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. You know why? Because originality is pretty much dead, right? But I was like, I'm trying to think what other movie did this, yo. I was thinking hard.
Some movies can pull that shit off.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, you can say it's thinner on the beach.
Okay.
In a way.
See, that's my thing. I was sitting there hard, like, yo, what else did this? Yeah.
And it's a horror film.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it horror? I guess horror.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I mean, I would assume it's horror.
I guess suspense.
It was more crazier than
suspense thriller. Yeah, suspense thriller.
It says it categorizes horror / thriller. I was like, all right.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it. Yeah, he got my credit on that one.
I still like Signs. That's my favorite.
I like Signs too. Oh my god, yo, them aliens are freaky.
Yo, I really like what is it called? The Happening. That was my.
Oh, that was good too.
Man.
That was good too.
Yeah. Talk about a twist.
Oh yeah.
Was that with the trees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still
talk about horror. I'm going to see Scream 5 in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, hold on, real quick before we shift.
I'm a
twist in The Village. Oh, I'm sad that
The Village,
somebody ruined that for me because I wasn't interested in it at all because of what I thought it was. So then somebody was like, "Well, you want me to tell you?" I was like, "I'll never go see it." And years later, I watched it. I was like, "Damn, I wish I didn't know."
I mean, there was a lot of wisdom in The Village, though. If you don't want people to get indoctrinated, you need to do The Village because the media will do that.
Yeah, that's real.
That is real.
Damn, that's crazy.
And then don't forget, Miguel, the Lord of the Rings show comes out this September 2022. And that's on Amazon Prime. So you got until then, sir.
I got 9 months to watch 3 movies, I guess.
No, 6. You gonna watch the Hobbit trilogy as well? What you mean?
The Hobbit or Harry Potter? Oh, you talking about Lord of the Rings? Never mind.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
And you still gotta watch Harry Potter.
Did you watch the Hobbit trilogy, Anthony? Did you watch that too?
I did not.
Oh,
what?
I still never did.
What, Harry Potter?
I blame my wife for that one.
No, the Hobbit.
Josh, I was in the movies yesterday.
I watched
this new the Dumbledore movie looked dope. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Fantastic Beasts, absolutely.
They all look dope to me. I should have watched them too.
See, they're not catching me, man. Once Harry was done, I didn't. Once Harry was done,
I like
that,
man.
So what's like a young Dumbledore? I guess it's about.
Josh? It is.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
But he's not the star, so it's like.
And they actually kicked Johnny Depp out of the film and replaced him with Lashif from Casino Royale. I forget his name in real life. He was Hannibal Lecter on NBC on that show.
Oh, that's my dude. Yeah, man.
Yeah, the French guy. I forget his name.
Yeah.
So he's Grindelwald now.
I can't believe you realized he was Hannibal. You watch Hannibal?
No, I just saw him on the TV show.
No, but it was crazy. Yeah, you watched the TV show is what I'm saying.
For like a couple of episodes.
Okay. No, I was shocked that you could have referenced him from, I don't know, what is it, a Bond movie? He was in a bunch of other movies, but you referenced him from the Hannibal TV show. I was like, oh, that's what's up.
Well, I knew you would know that.
Yeah, yo, come on, man. Yo, I still never seen Clarice.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta watch that now. I never thought of it since when it first came out, because whatever channel was on, we didn't have. So now you just brought that up. I gotta search that out.
Absolutely. And you guys brought up Jurassic Park during y'all takeover. Are you excited about Dominion? Jurassic World Dominion.
Hell yeah. I love Jurassic World Park.
Yo, Chris Pratt is killing this role. I really want him to be Indiana Jones. I don't know if they're gonna allow him to do it.
I mean, you don't know if Harrison Ford gonna allow him to do it.
Or whoever.
I love Bryce Dallas Howard, number one, so I like her in the role. But this one, Dominion, supposed to bring back Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum, so I love that. It's like Spider-Man, right?
Right.
The third film is bringing back everybody, so I feel like that's going to be like awesome. Like,
no, they gotta make Jeff Goldblum get eaten by a dinosaur.
Why?
Like, because your way, like, bro, just make them get eaten. Give us one of those moments where you're like, and it's a favorite character.
Oh, is that right, Chris?
Yeah, right. Get out of here. Don't listen to that. That's wow. Are you kidding me? For Frodo?
Return of the King was one of the best ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they are long, but
they're crazy though. It's crazy. Like when it's a lot of good stuff going on, you can't tell it's long.
Exactly. Just like the MCU movies, just like all the other things.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, if you like Manifest, you're gonna love.
What's Manifest? What's that?
Oh, I'm not even starting. Don't worry about it, Josh. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you. Matter of fact, I will talk to you offset about Manifest.
Hey, tonight, we watched another episode last night. We're trying to get through it. We watched the episode we was trying to watch wrestling.
We're trying to get through it.
At the end we tried to watch wrestling, but you had to wait like that extra time limit. Yeah. I was like, let's just watch an episode of Manifest. We watch it to get over stuff. Like, we need to kill time.
Man, you need to do that with The Witcher. Do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, no, I'll probably be into The Witcher more than Manifest.
Right.
Manifest is, and first of all, its concept is great, but
right, the first episode, the
concept episode, right? I was like, oh, this is dope.
It's more than the first episode.
I thought Thanos happened, but I was like, okay.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why it went downhill for this guy, but it's addictive. Trust me, I love Manifest.
I got season 1, episode 7, and I jumped right off.
What did Chris say?
Was just a bunch of guys going to throw a ring into some fire from the Dragons.
This is funny because he plays Dungeons and Dragons, so I thought he would have been into
East.
the lore of
Lord of
the Rings.
Like LARPers out there in real life.
Yo, Chris would be a LARPer.
LARPers, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't expect a LARPer to hate Lord of the Rings,
right?
But again, I do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Jurassic. It's a lot of stuff coming out this year. I'm looking forward to. Obviously, the Batman and like so quick to it, like March.
Oh yeah, exactly. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it though.
Yeah, you'll watch it.
I give Batman a hard time, but hell yeah, I got to see that.
And then of course Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness after that. So
the only problem with that is no way. The only problem with that is, I feel like you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, bro, this can't top Spider-Man. Because it's the similar type thing. I'm going to be like, I'm going to watch it, but I'm in the back of my head and be like, I'm going to be going to the movies like, no way this is going to top Spider-Man.
If you think
I don't think so.
If you think Doctor Strange ain't going to top Spider-Man,
come on, bro. Spider-Man had too much going on.
I'm not talking movie sales. I'm talking good movie.
Yeah, I agree. You know why too? Because somebody can't top it. But Spider-Man was in New York. Doctor Strange gonna be in multi dimensions in this movie,
right?
And plus, you're gonna have Kang make an appearance, obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just different.
Let's
Like
see.
some
Let's see.
America Chavez
Yo, he's
dimension. They dimension hopping and time traveling.
Listen,
like
you think Kevin Feige gonna make a Spider-Man movie better than what he got to work on for real? Nah.
That's true. All that money, not all of it, but Sony get the credit for that budget for that movie more than anything. So,
That right.
We'll drop the bangers back to back. I mean, they have in the past.
They do in the past, yeah.
Infinity War and game and what I don't count. They
Black Panther, Infinity War, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep going. You could keep going.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel has dropped the ball. You know, Ant-Man's. You know,
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow. Oh my God, yeah. So,
I think they did that out of pity. Like, all right, let's shut the
I don't. My thing with Black Widow, I don't think it needed to be that great because she was already a non-existent character. So it was like watching that movie was like,
bro, you fell asleep. Had to go back the next day and watch it. You didn't enjoy it either.
No, I didn't say I didn't enjoy it. I just was tired as hell, man. Listen, I fell asleep on Transformers 1, and I wanted to see that bad. I was tired. I should have never went that late. I don't blame it on the movie that made me fall asleep. If I'm not tired, I'll ride through a whack movie. I mean, I watch how many episodes of Manifest? You know?
Yeesh.
It's not that bad, Josh.
That shit rough, man. That shit is rough.
And did anyone else see the other big trailer of Uncharted?
I didn't. I don't know. Another one? Recent trailer I've seen, but I'm already. Hey, Josh. I don't need to see another trailer. I'm already locked in that.
I know.
I haven't watched it because it's not really doing anything for me because I don't know about the game. So, but I can see how gaming people probably are loving it. So.
I love the game. The game was
the game was fire.
Oh my God!
One of the best video game series. Period.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's good that they got Mark Wahlberg and Tom in the movie.
I don't. Okay, that's what you're going.
Well, I mean, as far as like for star power to try to sell the movie.
I never seen that, man. I mean, you play with him at that age, but not for long. So I don't understand.
I just don't. I don't know. Mark doesn't. I don't feel Sully out of him.
No, I don't.
I agree.
He's too young and well built to be Sully. Like you
need someone you need a Sam Axe to be Sully, someone like that.
That would have been it.
I'm gonna watch it knowing nothing about the game, but I'm gonna still be into it. So.
Yo, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I just like the game though, so I think you're gonna.
It is.
You're gonna watch it and be like, the game was really like this. I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Not like it's gonna make you play the game, but you're still gonna be like, oh man, the game.
It should. Yo, that game is crazy. Man.
No, it is great, but Mike isn't like
gunfights.
He's not gonna buy a whole system and all that.
But it's like being Indiana Jones. It's like being Indiana Jones.
Exactly. And here
I love movies like that in general, so I'm gonna like the movie regardless. I like stuff like
you got puzzles and stuff to solve. Oh my God, to get through stuff. Oh my God, it's crazy.
What's my movie with Nicolas Cage? National Treasure.
National Treasure.
I love National Treasure.
That's great.
That's it. That's the genre.
That's it. That's it.
You can always watch the video game movies on YouTube where someone's just playing all the way through with the cutscenes. It's great. Yeah.
It would be like a real movie. Dude, it's nothing less.
It really is. Yeah. Because I watched the Ghostbusters video game on YouTube the other day. I was like, damn, she's like the movie. She was crazy.
Nah, it can't compare to Uncharted though.
I agree with him. So
Uncharted crazy. Yeah, Uncharted crazy.
Like the writing, the score, it's amazing. I mean, amazing. Sony, like, man, they did their job. Naughty Dog, anyway.
By the way, did y'all see that Michael Keaton is going to be suiting up as Batman again in the Batgirl show on HBO?
I saw that. And the Flash, yeah.
I heard
the Flash, yeah.
DC, man, I don't know.
They're weird, man. They weird.
I don't think nobody gonna watch that Batman show HBO.
They're weird. What's pissing me off is they got all these great characters and they don't know what the fuck to do.
So let me ask you this: is it true that they're gonna have a Batman Beyond show or a movie or something like that on HBO?
Who knows?
Somebody said, because dude, they could get anybody to be Terry McGinnis and have Michael Keaton play as Batman older. Oh man,
that would be dope. I said that would be dope, but they're not doing that. They're doing some other shit.
Man,
like Swamp Thing. How could y'all fuck up Swamp Thing?
Yeah, I wanted to
turns
see
into a green monster, fights other monsters and shit. Like, get this, man.
Now, did they cancel that?
Yeah, I don't know how they fucked that up. Like,
so it never
just
finished, or did
sense.
they have at least a whole series, a whole season?
I think it had a whole season.
Well, I'm gonna watch Peacemaker next week, 2 weeks, or whatever like that. We'll see how that does. But everybody keeps telling me Titans is so great, but I just couldn't get into it. I tried.
Nah, I didn't like Titans either. That budget, man.
Shazam 2. I watched that.
I gotta see Black Adam, man.
Black Adam, yeah.
Now Black Adam.
What Rock said, when you see Black Adam, it's gonna reshape the hierarchy of DC characters. I was like, he said Black Adam's
gonna be. Chris, you're wrong about that one.
Especially not the Snyder cut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
What he said about Suicide Squad kills the Justice League?
Yeah.
No. Oh, is he talking about the game?
I thought he was talking about the game.
I thought he was talking about the game too.
Yeah, he was talking about the game. Yeah.
All right.
That game looks official. I ain't gonna lie.
That game do look official.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of, y'all heard about Spider-Man 2 in development with Tom Holland and the Wonder Woman game?
Hold on, wait, what?
And there's a Wonder Woman game as well.
No, but wait, hold on. Tom Holland is gonna act. He's gonna be in a Spider-Man game.
In Spider-Man 2, yeah. Apparently, that's the rumor.
My boy.
I mean, the first game is already like a
true hero, the true Spider-Man. Yeah.
Bro, do you want to let it go yet or what?
The true Spider-Man.
He's like, nah.
By the way, I feel like What If Season 2, whenever it comes out, you have to introduce Miles Morales somehow.
I don't think so. I think Sony's holding on to him like they're
holding on to him like
they're not gonna put him in the MCU at all.
And I will be smart.
Nah, I think they are. I just think they're holding on. They already put him in there. They already mentioned him. They mentioned him too much.
Wait till Tom is a little bit out of it, or people are kind of done with him.
Yeah,
or like, because right now he's hot on the press, right? Yeah. But a couple more movies is gonna be like, all right, cool, Spider-Man, cool, and then you introduce Miles Morales.
You got to remember, Into the Spider-Verse coming out Part 2 this year. But it's Part 1, they said, of a 2-part movie. That's going to be next year. They're going to probably let those come out first before they put them in live action. Let the animated come out. And
because
I think Sony
use that to sell him to people who don't know of him.
What'll be dope if they're already setting this up, if they have live action Andrew be the Peter to live action Miles. Right?
Oh, right.
That would be dope because you got Peter in the cartoon for the Into the Spider-Verse as older Peter, and then you got the younger Miles. So I think that would be the cool thing that you do.
Well, remember, they did make a Miles Morales video game, so he does.
It should look like that.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. I think, especially because Andrew already said that, he got older, he stopped pulling his punches and all this type of stuff, and have him mentor the young Miles. That would be the way to go.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Just like that. So.
It'd pretty much
want like Andrew, boy.
I like Andrew, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Right. He done left Toby.
No. But I love Andrew's personality, bro. I just do.
Let's not forget, Toby was the first Spider-Man on video games. You heard?
And I think it'd be dope because to Anthony's point about his height, for like him to mentor like a young Miles, Tom and the kid will be the same age, him and the same height. They'd be like,
the kid be taller than him.
I know. Like, come on.
We mentor you,
right? Exactly. Whatever works.
Nah, they're gonna make Miles young and small enough to Tom.
Like,
the Hollywood magic. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Sony could get away with having 3 Spider-Man movies in under their own, thing. Because regardless of you seeing the MCU, Tom, he's still Sony's property.
Get away with it.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, he's still their property, but they have deals and they have a lot of lawyers and a lot of stuff. They can't do it. They just can't do that.
They can't do what?
No. What I'm
they
saying
can't play with they. It's still a brand. Spider-Man's still a brand. They can't mess. add another Spider-Man in there.
Yes, they
Why
can.
they got to deal with Marvel and their?
They already got one. They got into the Spider-Verse. It's coming out.
They just did it in No Way Home.
I was about to say that. Yeah, they just did it.
No, they did it in No Way Home for a reason.
Yeah, so they could branch out.
They're not going to branch them off.
No. They're going to make a Toby movie.
I'm telling you, they can do it.
Those guys had listen.
But hold on,
what's the
problem with that though? Huh?
No, it isn't. But I'm just telling you, they're gonna be like, those guys had their chance.
Nah.
Now we're gonna deal with. I'm telling you, listen. They had at the end of that Spider-Man movie, Tom Holland was doing peak PlayStation Spider-Man moves.
I don't know they are not getting saying that.
Because they're not getting rid of Tom. They about to.
No. He never said that.
They about to get rid of Tom.
He didn't say get rid of Tom. He didn't say get rid of Tom.
Right, but what I'm saying is.
It didn't have Andrew, Amazing Spider-Man.
No, listen, you gotta follow the money.
Yes.
With the going crazy. Listen, 2 weeks ago, Mike ain't care about no damn Andrew Garfield.
Facts.
Now Mike is so on the high Andrew Garfield that you just said, oh, you forgot about Toby. No, because this movie made you be like, I want to see a third one. So imagine they make a third one of that, a fourth one of that, another one of these, another. They got.
I don't want to see another Toby. Toby did Spider-Man 3. That was his legacy. He's done.
Toby can be done because he owes. I'll let Toby.
Yeah,
he got a bad back.
Right.
But
now,
Andrew can be.
Andrew can if Andrew. I still don't think Andrew's going to get a third movie. Yo, I'm telling you.
I feel like it'll work, bro.
I feel like their focus is on Tom right now.
His story's not done, and
the way his story ended,
the people are clamoring for more Andrew
I feel
right
like
now, bro.
It was done, but now I feel like it opened up.
Tom shit. Tom shit is, I'm telling you, Tom shit is about to be great.
You are doing this versus thing. You're making like
no. I'm just saying
Spider-Man.
I just feel like that.
Hear me out. Hear me out. E.
I'm gonna say something after you, Anthony. Go ahead.
All right. Do you think in Venom they would have made Venom be aware of Spider-Man but not have a Spider-Man to fight? Does that make any sense at all?
I mean, did it make any sense that he dropped symbiote left? And now,
no, hear me out, because now, he's gonna have to go back or went back to his world to face some type of Spider-Man, right? Yep. And now, if MCU want to have a Venom, they can. The loopholes is amazing.
And Morbius too over there in that same universe. I feel like too, Sony universe. Remember, Morbius mentioned Venom in the trailer, so he in the same universe.
Right, he made it clear that he knows who Venom is.
Correct.
Who are you? I'm Venom. No, man.
Right. But also,
listen, Vulture was in there. That same Vulture Tom beat was in there.
That's true too.
I don't understand.
But also, look at Batman, right? Right now, look, you just had Ben Affleck Batman this year in Justice League. Right. You about to have Michael Keaton and Flash. Then you got
but listen, that's but they're both in that movie too. Ben Affleck,
they're both in that movie, and then you got Robert Pattinson, another Batman. Because Batman at the same time. Why can't you do the same thing with Spider-Man?
I mean, that's but that's why DC is.
No, don't say that. Anyway, what's next, Josh?
Yeah, what's next?
DC don't compare, but
I think he got this problem where it's like I can't have more than one at the same time. I don't know why.
It's called multiple.
Who the fuck was 3 Batmans?
Josh? Exactly. It's people out there. I don't want no Batman, but I gotta deal with it. So
I was just saying, you can do it. It's all about the money.
You can definitely do it.
If it makes money, it makes money, bro. That's it.
Yeah. If it makes money, it makes sense.
Yeah. How many Superman is on TV?
But it's a lot of shit that makes money and makes sense, and they don't do.
That's true.
No, but you know why? That's because they don't know how to do it. So sometimes they look at stuff and it's like, they don't have the budget. Think about it. This fantasy realm, CG is getting great, but then we had animatronics. So a lot of times they don't do stuff because they're like, we just don't know how would we pull it off right. Like, again, why did Wolverine not have a yellow and blue suit on? Exactly, because not everything we think will be amazing. They got to pull it off.
Yeah, but it didn't have to be yellow and blue. He could have did the gray and black.
Either way, I mean, well, no, because the Iconic was yellow and blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you still could have did the gray and black Deadpool, all at the same time on one team.
Marvel MCU might bring back that yellow and a yellow.
Yeah, MCU's not scared.
Yeah, they should.
Not scared.
They should go for it. I think you know why? Because if they could pull it off, I think. So back then it was new. It was like, it ain't gonna look right. We already had jokes about it. Like the world is aware of, okay, comic book movies are more of a prominent thing. Like we'll be more forgiving in today's society than I think back then.
I agree. I think they should do it. Give Cyclops the blue with the like all of it. Like let's just make it more accurate. Storm with her white. Like I feel like they're gonna do it. Look how they do it. Scarlet Witch now. Scarlet Witch first had like a little jacket. Now she got her full outfit now. So, So you know what I mean. So I think they getting more comic book accurate, which is good. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, and I actually have to shout out Chloe's mom, who actually gave me the same glow chopsticks lightsabers for Christmas, the same thing that Chris has. And I actually have to show her this because I don't know if she saw it yet.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's try it. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
One last time.
Last night, Sandy was watching it. She's like, "What is these glow chopsticks that Josh got?" I was
lightsabers,
like, "Yeah, that's what they look like."
Pretty dope.
They light up.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you good with them?
I can get better, but I'm good enough to eat ramen and Chinese food. I definitely want to get better though.
Are you good with rice? Rice is crazy.
I'm good with rice.
Rice is a sticky point for me.
Yeah,
so I can't do none of it. Give me the fork. Shit, damn.
Yeah,
right. I want to be able to get a fly out the air with them. Like,
yeah, right? Yeah, rice is a challenge, man.
And I meant to ask you guys this: did you guys hear about all the amazing stuff they have at Disney World now and Disneyland?
Nah.
In the Marvel section. So my boy Nate, who I went to the U with as well, he actually went there with his girl, and he sent me this.
Spider-Man is cleared for takeoff. Oh no, this might hurt. I'm okay.
And apparently that's animatronics. That's a robot doing that. I was like,
that's a robot doing that. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, when I used to live in Florida, I went to Islands of Adventure by myself a couple of times, and my boy used to live in Tampa, so I would go see him and just go on the way back. And when I live in Jacksonville, it was like 2.5 hours away. So my favorite ride ever is the Spider-Man ride. So I wonder if they ever changed it. They used to have a sign up saying Spider-Man 2 ride. So but that was just mind blowing. You're on it is like you're supposed to be like you're levitating, and then like the water splashed on you, and water like you felt heat from when the Hobgoblin threw the pumpkin bomb. Yeah, that was amazing. So, and they used to have the parades where the people dressed up as Marvel characters came by. So I can imagine what it's like now.
Yeah, it's Disney Spider-Man now. It's time.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to start calling you E-Gender.
Right?
That's great.
I'm reading this article now. I'm just on my phone. The No Way Home plot holes. It says whatever like that. It's like a whole list. I'm serious.
Yeah, it has to be. You merge 3 universes together. You know.
Yeah, it's stuff I missed in here. I can't wait to finish reading this article.
You did it great, man. You did it great.
Yeah, and I still don't understand how Doctor Strange couldn't redo the spell. Like he couldn't start over. Come on.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Peter beating him.
Guess what, Josh? He couldn't. All right, you got to accept it. If he could have, he would have, but he couldn't.
I mean, to be fair, that's part of his character to be that arrogant. So, to be fair,
right?
Yeah,
being like a-hole, like no, I said no. This is the final try. Like, all right, well, you got to accept everything.
However, Peter coming to him like a genie in the bottle, kind of,
I mean, he's a kid. He knows.
I wouldn't say the fact that he beat him, or I wouldn't even say beat him. He's left him there for a second, but
I
You said a second?
Because I think that ain't stick right with me either, though. I like not Doctor Strange. Like it should have been a different type of technicality.
Listen, man, he couldn't control his hands. All right, he couldn't move his wrists. So
I mean, that was smart, but and he took the sling ring.
That was smart too. But even though I don't think he needed
that part right there.
Actually. rather than me, stuff like that. This was talking about how Peter, when they said Nick Fury is off world, and Peter didn't even blink an eye. Like, really? Like,
nah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Like
when they said when they say Nick Fury was off world, Peter was like, what? Huh? He did the what? Huh? Face.
Because remember, Peter was just with Nick Fury like a day before.
Right. So that's why he did the what? Huh? Face. That was the hint to not Secret Wars. What is
Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
I definitely got to watch it again to see if I liked it as much.
What? No Way Home?
Yeah, because I liked it a lot.
Well, I think it's a good idea
too.
Because I know that first time you probably just the revelations and the crowd, the psych, everybody psyched up probably got you more psyched than just like watching at home, let's say right now, or even in the movie theaters again, stuff like that. So I get that. Fury is on a sword. Is on a sword ship right now. That's where he's at because it was it's the Skrulls that was Fury in the Far From Home. They said him and what's the girl chick? What's her name? Right, Maria. What's her name?
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill. Yeah, Maria Hill. I do love. You know what I do love about MCU though? I love everything about MCU, but I love that every kind of character, big or small or side or whatever, they give a part in these movies, man. And that's why we present so many Easter eggs. And all of them are just like, you think they're like a regular Joe Schmo who runs like a deli? No, he's in the comics. Like, they're all from the comics. That's also part about the MCU. So,
that's true.
Yeah.
And this is the ship he's on, Chris.
Yep.
And they add some people into the comics that wasn't in the comics as well. But
I mean, that too. Yeah.
Who the hell
even like he said, Grills is such a small person right in Hawkeye show, but he's in the comics. Grills, like there's so many people that you would expect to from the comics that actually come to comics. Yeah. It's crazy.
They do good, man. They do real good. I'm really impressed with Feige's work right now.
Yeah.
And they got Star Wars movies at an all-time high. Oh, he can, man. If he could do this with if he did what he just did with a lot of characters people don't even know or understand, Star Wars will be ease for him. Because he know what people want: lightsaber fighting, force shit. Like people want that. We want bad guys or good guys with
what's
crazy
weird,
powers.
I don't feel like he would make Star Wars not feel like Star Wars though. He would make me enjoy it. Like, I'd be like, yo, Star Wars got a official now. Like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna kill you, Ed, because I mean, I don't know if you watched it or not, but because Rise of Skywalker was so bad, I'm gonna let you have that point because that was such a bad movie. So.
Like, damn, this is
right, because you see what him touching with the Marvel people touching the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, but hold up,
like Mandalorian and stuff. Nah, it's a big difference. It's way.
I mean, Favreau's a beast regardless, though, man. Like he's
he is. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Look at the team, though. There's a team with that.
Yeah, they flown him.
Hey, I need the Russo brothers to get a Star Wars trilogy. What's up?
Right. Oh my God.
I need the Russo brothers back in the MCU.
Dark.
Like, hold on, wait. I thought that is the clowns behind not putting the hope forward and
Oh my God.
They can't, man. They cannot.
Nah, they off.
I keep telling you, it's contracts and lawyers involved.
Nah, bro, they better never
certain stuff you just can't do.
Yeah, they couldn't go all out with Hulk because Hulk is Fox, right?
Hulk is Universal.
Yep.
Or Universal.
Yeah.
Oh, and
you know what? So listen, two things got to happen, bro. Either I feel like Universal gotta just take them all the way and make their own fucking movie, or release the rights to the MCU. One or the other.
Wait. So Avengers, Hulk. What was the story with that?
Well, Hulk. But what I was saying was Hulk can't have a movie in the MCU, his own movie, because Universal won't allow.
No. But in the Avengers,
he can't He can't be doing too much good shit. He can't be wilding out. And
I don't know about that part.
Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, you had Avengers, Age of Ultron. I mean, you had some Hulk moments.
It wasn't about that. It was just because they wanted to have Professor Hulk. They thought the fans would like that.
All right, let me ask you a question.
I agree with you. They don't.
Was Professor Hulk in Infinity War?
No.
And did we not see a scene where Hulk running on the battlefield that they cut out? And did they not have a toy where Hulk burst out of it? So where was that? So what genius or moron thought that we didn't?
Hey, again, Hulk got his opportunity against Thanos. Thanos chipped him.
He did get chipped, yeah.
In the story.
Bro, and I'm fine with that. What I'm saying is, why couldn't we had a Hulk scene? He didn't, and I already rewrote this. I told y'all, Hulk could have beat up Big Neff, and then got chipped by Thanos. We'd have.
I get what you're saying, but to me, Hulk had the best.
Little me wouldn't be crying 18 years later.
The thing is, Tony, I think you would be proud of the sacrifice that they made with Hulk, because it wasn't.
That's what I was about to say.
Beat up by Thanos. Then we actually take him as a serious, credible threat, and we get to see the fear in Banner's eyes, and Hulk is too scared to come out. That's important to set the entire Infinity War saga.
No. Dude, that movie could have been like.
I think they wrote it one way, like to Anthony's point, about like him popping out, then running and stuff like that, and then somebody said, "Yo, how about we try Professor Hulk?" And then they switched it up, in the creative room, stuff like that.
Hey, you like fan service? That was your fan service, Hulk fan.
Professor Hulk was fan service. That's true. For
I hope that person got fired.
They got promoted. Because it went over $1 billion, so there you go.
They got promoted, and they say, "Yo, that worked so well in Infinity War. He definitely ain't getting the shine."
But hey, he's gonna be in She-Hulk, so we'll see how he does there. And She-Hulk,
he's gonna see how they do
there.
Oh yeah, let's lower him to a TV show.
He started with a TV show Hulk for years.
That wasn't the same Hulk. Yo, that was my favorite.
I do feel like he's gonna be watered down in She-Hulk, so I'm not looking forward to that for the Hulk character.
You can't overshine her. You know what I'm saying? It's about her.
Shit, Lou Ferrigno was vicious in the Hulk TV show.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. I honestly think that I think they're gonna do just fine.
Let me ask you this.
Hulk gonna do just fine too.
Let me ask you this real quick. Give me your rating from 1 to 10. What do you rate Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton? Like honestly, because that's my number.
That's my number one.
Your number one what?
Hulk movie. Edward Norton.
Oh, okay.
The number one. He's like, it better not be number one movie, bro. Let's be clear. What didn't that movie have for a Hulk movie?
I loved it, yo. When he had everything was good with that.
Besides him learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
it was a perfect Hulk movie. I felt like as far as a Hulk movie, it was early in the MCU. I mean, obviously we still got Ross now, so Ross was a good Ross. Obviously, I was actually sad about how they took him, because I want to see more Bruce and Betty, and the fact they made him have this little story with Natasha, that was trash to me.
No, back to
Hulk. I'm sorry, back to Hulk. But yeah. I like Betty in the movie. I thought it was good. I mean, I liked it better than Eric Bana Hulk, especially because
that should have never been made. But
it should have never been made. Yeah. Edward Norton Hulk is a good movie. The CGI wasn't still as good as it could have been at that time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I felt like. Edward Norton. I mean, it's a solid movie. I guess it wasn't like you know what it was, man. It wasn't like, like Hulk came out after Iron Man 1, so it was Iron Man 1, then Hulk, and then Iron Man 2. Hulk just didn't give you the same thing Iron Man did, so it felt like it was always lower tier than Iron Man for me. For me, I'm just saying.
Can you rate the movie for me, please?
Hulk.
Yes. Can you give me a rating, please?
Man. I watched it again recently. It's better than what I thought it was, honestly. So I would go with the good
10. That's what I thought. 10.
8.
You?
Yeah, solid 8.
Yeah, solid 8.
E?
9.
That's what's up. And I give it a 10. So
you agree with my point, Josh? That didn't give you what Iron Man gave you though, like after Iron Man came out.
Exactly, and then there was the confusion of them not being related, but also Marvel. So it's just like this is the inception of the MCU. So this is before all the continuity.
See, before Disney bought the MCU, this is like way before all the stuff like that. So I think
okay, cool. I just wanted to know if y'all was going to try to trash it, because I thought it was really good.
No, you know what?
You can't trash a movie with Edward Norton. Get out of here.
You know what? When I first saw it, bro, and I think it didn't live up to what I wanted to be at the time, I was lower. But rewatching it now, years later, it's actually
it was good. Besides him learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I get it that he had to. He would Okay, they never showed him learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but Hoist Gracie is one of the
You know what was bad though? I'm sorry. The the blood spilled on his head.
The leader.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I can't lie. The CGI was bad. All of that. All his parts were bad. I'm sorry. So that's
but it was still produced by Kevin Feige and Avi Arad. So there you go.
Yeah, it gets a 10, bro.
It was no, it doesn't get 10. No.
It's a 10.
But I thought that Edward Norton was a perfect Bruce. Like I said, the whole Eric Banner, he's already the Hulk. It's ridiculous. I'm like, yo, why are you Bruce Banner? So yeah, that makes sense.
But I would say the personality of the MCU Hulk I like better.
Yeah, me too.
The cracking jokes and dumb stuff. Yeah, you would.
No. The personality.
It fits. If he's smart, that it might seem dumb, but it's not dumb. It's just
Hulk was like a horror movie when he changed in that factory, and those dudes. Oh man, I was like, yo,
you know what, bro?
But you know why I didn't like that? I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like that, because he was beating up regular dudes, and that's Hulk, man. That shit.
What? See,
they should be dead. They should be dead. All the men should have been dead.
MCU got you on that. Well, Hulk shouldn't.
No, because everybody should have been dead. If that was the
case, they didn't die.
He was gonna grip.
Who said they didn't die? Who said they didn't die?
They didn't die. The general said they didn't die.
No, he didn't. Because I went to the hospital. I seen the people on the gurneys. Just saying. But guys, think about it. Who is Hulk's probably best villain to face? The Abomination. Strength.
Right.
They had the Abomination as his villain. Bro, it had it all. The intro was just pretty much the credits summed up the whole everything.
I can imagine you leaving that movie theater. You were.
You don't even know.
Was you painted green?
Yo, he probably actually did that kip up that night. He was so excited.
I got that off. Yo, it was solid to me. And then when I found out, when I bought to this day, it still has the most deleted scenes in the movie I've seen. It was like 3 hours of deleted scenes.
Yeah, is there a scene where he's about to kill himself or something like that?
Yeah, he put the gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger. So it's like, yo, he can't die because the Hulk stopped the bullet.
Yeah, don't they show the shield first, the Cap shield in that movie? I think
right in the ice.
Yeah, in the ice.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I like that movie because it is true to the banner, like always on the go, not trusting himself.
It felt like the show.
Yeah, the Bruce and with the Avengers now,
Mark Ruffalo.
He's like, I can hang around y'all. We good. Let's hang out, have some drinks. Yeah, chill out.
I mean, after facing all that shit they face, he better be able to go.
But you got to remember, Hulk's whole thing is, I don't want to be around people because if I get angry, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right?
Until he became what Hulk.
Exactly, and don't forget, he's always angry, Mike.
So what? Say it again.
Always angry.
He's always angry.
Until he became what Hulk though.
What Hulk? What are you talking about?
Because he's Professor Hulk now.
Yeah, but even
Mike is backing up.
Even before he was Professor Hulk, he was at like the Tony's house having a party, having drinks at the bar with Natasha.
Well, I think what Josh is saying though, at the end of the Avengers, they said, he said the secret is he started walking. I'm always angry and transformed. Right. No,
that's not true to the Hulk. Hulk don't want to be around nobody.
But I think remember, his Mark Ruffalo and Edward Norton is the same character. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of, to give Josh credit, and at the end of that movie, he was training with Hoist Gracie, not Hoist Gracie. What's his name? Hoist's brother.
Yeah, control his anger.
Yeah. So
and Mark Ruffalo is definitely supposed to be Edward Norton.
To Mike's point, he still avoided people.
Yeah,
and I think they were trying to say
he wasn't even gonna be with Betty. He was like, nah, I can't be with you or something.
Bro, they was in the bed.
Guys,
we told Natasha that too, though.
Yeah, but we saw that in the first Avengers, right? On the Quinjet.
Yeah,
we saw that. We saw exactly what y'all talk about. Number one, number two. Mark Ruffalo referenced that. He said, "I put the gun in my mouth," and the other guy spit it out.
Yeah,
he said all of that.
Right.
He did. He referenced it. Yeah,
that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the character development. The little romance with Natasha.
Get better as you go, right?
Exactly.
You get better as you go.
Hulk around people. That's all. It's a cheesy way to put Hulk as an Avenger. That's all. Because how would else they have him?
But he is an Avenger.
He is an Avenger though, so I got to give him that. That's
I mean, at one point he was an Avenger.
Right, but if you look at the cartoon, he's always the Hulk, and he's like Ragnarok Hulk.
The cartoon is later on where the media is invested in making money. So they put together the coolest team. Remember, the Avengers like 8 million Avengers. That's one point in time. The cartoon was like, yo, we're gonna have all the big people on one team at one time.
Tell you what, Tony,
we're gonna make that money.
What they should do is figure out some way we can no longer control his anger, and he gotta like start going on a run again, and they give him his own movie.
Now because he's a damn smart Hulk.
No, but I mean, whatever. I'm saying they go backward. I'm saying, but give him his own movie where he on a run again, and maybe like Betty come out like, yo, remember Betty never died. What the hell's Betty been at for the last 15 years? You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking.
Right, that's my whole thing too. Whatever, like that.
Hey, listen, Mike. Everything you just said. That's what the Hulk movie I like. That's what they gave you. That's what you just named. He should be on the run. Oh, wait, he was on the run that movie. Betty should try to get him. Oh, wait, Betty tried to get him. They already made the perfect Hulk movie, and that's why it gets a 10 by all of us. We done?
All right. On that note, Josh, we're 3 hours in.
Exactly. Thank you, fellas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. And
you know it.
Talk to y'all soon. Peace.
All right, man. Yeah.
Let's go.